Morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to the Rebuild DLC in RoadCraft. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from last week's stream. Now, we lost the stream of RoadCraft last week due to me not having a very good night. But today we continue on from where we left off on the Contamination map on the Rebuild DLC. We are getting very close to finishing this first of the two DLC maps. Also, Crazy Irishman, a good friend of the channel, he sent me a link on Discord. It's actually on the Discord chat if you want to see it yourselves. But that is talking about what's coming next for RoadCraft, and there is more coming. It is not over after this DLC. They are adding more to RoadCraft going into next year. We know we're getting the woodwork stuff coming shortly. Can't know if I had a date on it or not, to be fair. But that is coming shortly, and then after that will be more maps coming soon as well. So although we may finish RoadCraft, we will probably we will definitely come back to it when new DLC is out, whenever that may be. But 53 streams so far, and we're doing well. Quick look back at what we did in the last stream, just so we can remember, because it was last week. We began by delivering mobile water treatment plants before setting up another convoy. We built a warehouse and ready to store the contaminated waste before we set out to retrieve the contaminated barrels. And from what I remember, the barrels are a pain. Mainly because the barrels tend to fall over, damage themselves, and then you don't get 100% on them. The extra rewards for doing 100% for the barrels isn't a big deal, but it's a little bit annoying because you just can't keep on top of it. I like to do things properly and fully, and when a barrel falls over straight away and stops you getting 100%, it's a little bit annoying. It just means you miss out on the bonus rewards, which is money and XP. XP doesn't matter as a max level anyway. So I'm trying to check sound on the stream, but I can't tell the advert stop. There we go. So yeah, the XP doesn't matter because we're max level. But the money also doesn't matter because we've got plenty and we never really use it. So that's not the end of the world losing out on that. It's just annoying. I'd like to get one barrel there 100%. I just don't think it's going to be possible. The minute they bounce, that's it. But there we go. We'll crack on and see what we can do today. There is a chance, potentially, we can finish the map today. But it's going to be a small chance. It's going to depend on how things go. It's one of those, it's a small possibility. I'm not holding out. I'm not thinking it's definitely going to happen, though. I just don't. I'd be very surprised if it does, but there is a small chance. Let's put it that way. I'm second guessing myself, I know. But yeah, the roadmap is there. If you want to go and see it, check out the Discord. Or if not, go and have a look at Driver's Diary of November for SnowRunner, and that has everything to do with all their games as well on there. Okay, I think I'm sorted in all my stuff. Let's have a look where we're at. So we're 89.2 hours as it stands. 85% done on a contamination. And that is 20 of 23 infrastructure requests, 32 of 39 main objectives, and 20 of 22 side objectives as well. So I think we started though by retrieving barrels. I think that's the only main thing we've got at the minute. I think there's a side mission for barrels as well, if I remember correctly. But we'll have a proper look in a second. As I say, we lost out on Friday's stream because of me being absolutely knackered. But we can make up for that, I'm sure. The other thing I would say, I need to tell people as well, I put it on the Discord earlier, we achieved something, and I don't quite understand exactly what it is as of yet. But I got an email yesterday from YouTube saying we completed the Unlocked Challenge. Based on content created since October 1st, we're entering the Unlocked Hub at level 3. We've earned the key to the Unlocked Hub, plus access to other benefits and different bits and pieces. Perks and swag and all that stuff. I need to have a look at it properly to see what we've actually achieved. But yeah, supposedly we've got into the hub at level 3. I know I have a content manager, or a social media manager, whatever you want to call them, from YouTube themselves. You get that after you are monetized, I think, and get set up, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how we got the award, but we did. So I'll have a look at the benefits and see what we can use it for to help the channel and do more on the channel more than anything else. So let's have a look at what we've got to start with today. Round up any leftover chemical tanks scattered across the area. There's 3 there you can see. And then we've got to collect all the remaining chemical tanks scattered around the region as well. And side mission, secure the remaining barrels and locate and secure hazardous barrels. So we've got several of these to do. You can see the 3 there. We've got 1 on board as it stands, and even that's damaged. We've got 2 on board. We've got 1 on board. Okay. Maybe we have. Maybe we've already picked 1 up. I don't know. I don't. Oh, they may. No, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why it's showing 1 is 100%, 1 66%, but yet we haven't got them all yet. I don't know. But the other 2 over here, I don't know if we can get to there from where we are. Why do I remember going down there and doing that already? I know we got caught here in the water. I don't know. Part of me thinks I've already been down there and done it, but we haven't because obviously we're here. It is there. Did we try and go down there? I can't remember now. I really can't remember where it was at. But anyway, we need to try and get across to it if we can. Now, I'm not sure if we can drive across it. I don't know if this will be too deep. We have already got this sunk in the water once, which wasn't brilliant. Now we're stuck in the mud here as well. This may be a really bad idea if we try and get across there. For some reason, I kind of vaguely remember us already picking that one up. Because I thought we came down here. It may have been for something else, to be fair. I can't for the life of me remember what it was. But anyway, aside from that, we still need to go and get that one that's down there. We have got a crane here. Wasn't the crane stuck over the logs? It was, wasn't it? Crane is unstuck. I say unstuck, it's not quite unstuck. Let's lift out the water a bit there. There we go. Should be enough to get it moving. Right. What is our plan here is the question. So obviously we've got the truck down there. We need to get that out of there, which is going to be a difficult thing as well. This mission, there's so many of these barrels to collect. This is going to be a pain, I think, to get this done. Let's listen to my little boy. He's at school. Happy days. Right. So we've got a big crane here, which we possibly could use to pick this one up and bring it at least up here. We've got to get the vehicle out of there. I don't know why I've got a vague recollection of going down there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we tried and couldn't reach it, maybe. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, big crane over here. Try and pick this one and bring it up to the top at the very least. And we need to get our truck out of there. And then I don't know if we can skirt along this edge. Because if we can then cross over here and grab these. Obviously depends how deep the water is, but it might be doable. But first and foremost, we need to get the other one up from where it is, I think. So we need to head left here. I'm kind of in 2 minds of what the best way of doing this is, because there's so much to try and get to. But I think if we try and get that one from down below, at least bring it up here, that's something out of the way then. But yeah, part of me thought we'd already gone down there and got it, but obviously not, because it's still there. And getting that vehicle back up is going to be tricky. None of these are in ideal places or situations. They're always going to be tricky. I think that's the whole point, isn't it? And it's just trying to use the vehicles we have to try and find the best way of doing this. Right. So we know it's down there. There's lots of cut trees here, which... This, I think, is probably our best bet to try and get here, maybe? Or to try and get here. Obviously, a boom length is only a set amount, which is going to be the tricky thing. I'm trying to get close to it. I think maybe we're better off over here. I don't know why part of me thought we'd gone down there to try and get it already. We may have done, actually, and maybe not been able to reach it with that crane. I've kind of lost the track of what we did, but yeah. I've got a vague recollection of trying to grab this one already, but my only thinking is maybe we couldn't get close enough because the crane on the Voron, which I think is the vehicle we're using, wasn't long enough to get to it. And I don't know if this will be either. Let's just stop there for a sec. Okay, so if we're there, and the one we need is there, I don't think we can get it from here either. I think we do need to go down that grassy section to get a bit closer to it. My thinking is if we can at least get it up here, it's easier to pick up from up here than it is down there. But I don't think this crane was designed to do what we're about to do with it. The barrel itself will not be heavy, but it's just a case of getting it without dropping it. Okay, handbrake's on. I don't know if anchors would be a good thing or bad thing here. Can we get it from where we are? That'd be a no. If we change the point of contact, no. Okay, we're not close enough. So we need to go a little bit closer by the looks of things. We're close enough now, surely. The handbrake's on as well and I can't stop it. There we go. Right, we're definitely close enough to it now, surely. Why can't I pick it up? That's weird. I can't pick it up. Am I going to be any connection to it? That's very, very weird. I don't understand why I can't connect to it. Definitely close enough. Change to a single again, nothing. What is going on there? I don't. Okay, that's extremely. I don't understand why we can't connect to it. Let's change it. I don't. That's just a weird one. The fact we can't even get to it. Change vehicle for a second. May have to load back in and see if that fixes it. I don't understand why I can't pick it up. That's really weird. What I'm going to quickly do, I think if we exit out back to the hub and go back in, if it doesn't work, then there's obviously something else we're missing to actually move that one. But I'm surprised we can't just pick it up. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't allow us to. But if that's bugged, we're stuck, because without picking that one up, we can't complete the level. Weirdly. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's fixed itself. Hopefully it has. Thing is, if it doesn't work, we'll have to get a different vehicle there to see if that works. It could just be a vehicle issue, potentially. I don't quite understand why the crane couldn't access it. Okay. Engine's running. I still can't access it. I don't know why I can't get it. We've already tried picking this up once because it's damaged. I don't quite understand why the crane won't pick it up though. Okay. I don't think this is going to be able to drive across. I think we need to pull this out backwards. I don't understand why I can't pick it up. I don't mind destroying these. Destroying them still means we can deliver them. We just don't get the bonus, which isn't the end of the world. I've just had a thought. Have I got a mission? Okay, they are both running. That's operational. And that's operational. Okay. I don't know if I've got to reset these or not. If we don't get any of these mission completed, we'll have to reset them, I think. We'll leave them for a minute and see what happens. Just while we've been in game, it hasn't said they've completed once, which is surprising. But yeah, I'm not too sure the issue here. The only other thing I can think is maybe we drive our scout vehicle over and see if that can attach via its winch and pull it. I know it's going to damage it, so that may be a best way of actually moving it to see what's going on with it. We've obviously been down there at some point and dropped it. I wonder if we got ourselves stuck or drowned, and that's why we've dropped it and had to come back out. What is going on with this? I know we got stuck under the water where we are now, and we used the mobile base to pull us out. I remember that. I can't remember anything else though, but I don't quite understand why we can't touch this one down here with the crane. Okay, infrastructure route complete. So it is working. But yeah, even if we fully damage it, we fully damage it. It's not the end of the world, because we don't need the bonus rewards. It would be nice, but I just don't see it happening. They're so tricky to try to move around. So I think if we try to get down there with this and winch it, and see if the winch will connect to it. It may be, it's just because it's in the water it won't allow me to get it from where it is, potentially. And that's the issue. Okay. So we need to come down by where the cranes. All I want to do is winch it and just see if the winch connects. If the winch connects, brilliant. If it doesn't, then there's another issue. And then I don't know what we do. Right, big crane is down there. Which way did big crane go down? I think it's over here, wasn't it? Oh no, I think it was to the right actually. So yeah, we're just going to see if we can winch it. If we can winch it, then we know it's okay to a degree. And it may even be enough to get the crane to access it, potentially. Should be so careful getting down there. All I want is the winch to connect. I don't know if the winch will connect from here. We can connect to that. Yeah, we're nowhere near it. Okay. Even if we pull it out just enough for the crane to grab hold of it, that's all we're really after here. Yes, even the winch won't connect to it. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to try and move it, I think. So yeah, the winch doesn't recognise it either. Don't understand. And as I say, part of me remembers us being there and doing this, but if the winch doesn't connect, we're going to try and move it a little bit, I think, and see what happens. It's going to damage it. I'm not worried about damaging it. Oh, I'm dragging it into the water though. It's kind of caught on us. There you go. But again, no winch. I've got a feeling this is bugged out a little bit. Let's swap back to the crane. Any joy with the crane? The crane itself is working. We can attach to the vehicle, but I can't touch. I can't change. I can't do anything. And if we can't move this one, then I don't know what we do, because then we're kind of stuck. I don't know if it is a water issue. What I'm going to try and do is push it round to the left, maybe. Obviously I don't want to drown this at the same time. You can see it hooks on. I don't mean for it to hook on, but it is hooking on. Here comes the rain as well. Don't drown the vehicle. So I'm trying to get to turn to kind of push that out of the water if I can. Right, crane, will you connect again now? No. I don't understand why I can't pick it up. I can't winch to it, I can't do anything to it. I don't understand that. That makes no sense. Let's try. I'm going to try. If I drag this out of the water, I'm hoping to move this up a little bit. Okay, can't pull it over in time. Because I don't know if it's a water issue and that's why we can't pick it up. It's not being damaged either though. If you look, unless it's fully damaged, which it might be to be fair. But I can't pick it up. Yeah. The mission's bugged out, I think, and I can't pick it up. Which is a problem. If we can't pick it up, I can't deliver it. If I can't deliver it, then what do I do? I'm not going to be able to drag it all the way there, especially since I can't winch it or anything. So it's just flicked back. The mission is bugged. I don't know what to do. Every time we do move it by dragging it, it flicks back to the starting position again. There's no way of restarting an objective, is there? That's the problem. But if I can't complete this main mission, then what do I do? Maybe I need to deliver one now? Potentially, and hope it fixes itself. We've tried loading back in and it didn't fix it. I don't quite know what else to do here. That has just gone through the vehicle to flick back across. And I can't pick that barrel up. Don't. Although it says only deliver, it says deliver 2. No, it says deliver 3. It's because this is fully broken, this one. I wonder if doing some of the mission will fix it. I think if we try and get the vehicle out of here and maybe deliver a couple more from other bits, and then we'll see what happens. I've got a feeling we're not going to be able to continue on this map. I don't know. Let's do some and see what happens. So we're currently got one on board here. We need to obviously get out of here without drowning ourselves. Now we can winch this out, which may be the option here. If I swap to this mobile base. Am I close enough to winch? No. I just want to get close enough so we can winch. I'm not close enough to winch. Am I close enough? Can I reverse any further? That's the question. Got no movement, have I? All we need to do is be close enough so that can winch us back. Be a backed up bit of grassland over there. Okay. Our winch doesn't quite reach. No. Can we winch it now? No, still not. There we go. We can winch it now. Saying that, I've got no movement. If we put towing on, there we go. It's moved a little bit. I don't know if that's enough though, that's the only thing. Let's swap back. I'm kind of ignoring the fact that we know the other one is not working properly. And hopefully by delivering one or two of the other ones, we'll make that one work again, and that's not what I wanted to do. Slid off the mud there. I'm going to drown, aren't we? This is not really not going to plan. Right, we'll have to winch from there, I think. This is where having tracks is a really good thing. Right. It doesn't matter if we drown the vehicle while we're pulling it out, because as long as we pull it out, that's the important part. Although, too far away for the winch. How are we still too far away for the winch? Oh, there we go. I don't want the side because I want to tip it over, aren't I? But I can't see another angle, I don't think. Come on, give me the angle. I might have to use that one for the minute. Towing on. Normally is really good at towing, but obviously the mud we're in as well doesn't help. We are moving it slightly, just not by much. We've got to be careful how far we go in the water ourselves here. Will you give us another angle? Not the way I want to start today, to be fair. We've got one barrel not working at all and we can't access. And we've got vehicles stuck in places that don't really want to be stuck. Have I got any movement here? Ideally we want to be back on the grass bank, but we've pulled ourselves off. And now we've got ourselves in a world of trouble. Yeah, this is not fun. We turn towing off and back on again. Sometimes that can help. But no traction in this though as well, which is also an issue. Putting the winch just pulls us in. Don't do that. The straps have come off. That barrel's now been damaged. Although it's worked. I don't mind if the barrel goes to zero, that's not the end of the world. As long as we get that out of there and we can use the vehicle again, that's the important part. Don't go yeah, it being damaged 100% isn't the end of the world. The issue is getting out of here. We're going to drown it. No, it might not. May just get away with this. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with that one we can't pick up. Come on. It is moving. I'm trying to turn to the left here. Covered in the pollution and all the toxic chemicals. I don't know if low range would be a benefit here, it might be. But yeah, we've damaged the other one fully, that's not the end of the world. The only thing we've got to worry about is getting them to where we need to get them. Even if they're damaged. It's actually moving more with low range off. Low gear off, sorry. Not low range in this, is it? It's low gear. To the left. Okay, may need to winch. No, we're still moving. I will try one more time to pick up the other one that's fully damaged over the other side. If I still can't pick it up, then we'll leave for the time being. If we get all the other stuff done and we can't pick it up still, then that means the mission's completely bugged, and then I don't know. Come on. Nearly there. Low gear help now? A little bit. Yeah, I think we might winch the last bit to get us out of here. What we're going to do is just get slightly on the grass and then we're good to go. There we go. Bit of a steep hill for us to try and do it that way. Let's jump back in. That may be enough now. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so we've got one on board that's damaged fully. That's fine. We don't worry about the damage as long as we get the actual bit we need. Do we need to try and go up the hill here though? There we go. Grip is there eventually. Okay, we'll swap back to crane, see if we can now access the other one. I've got a feeling it's not, and I don't know what we're going to do about that. Let's stop there for a minute. Okay, This is the one we're having issues with. Part of me thinks we picked this up in the last stream, but according to this we didn't, because it's still there. Ah, we can now access it. There we go, we can now pick it up. I don't quite know why we couldn't pick it up earlier, but now we can. Okay, my thinking is we get this somewhere where we can pick it up and still get back out of here. So if we put it down there, I'm hoping it doesn't roll. So I'm trying to put it on the grass and hope that it won't roll from there. There we go, it's fine. Okay, what we're trying to do, I'm going to try and reverse up with this. Don't quite know what happened first thing. Now we can use it though, that's important. I'm hoping now we can now get this done then. Obviously the others aren't going to be easy either. But the fact we couldn't even touch that one was annoying. But yeah, even if they're not fully 100%, it doesn't matter. As long as we get them to the location, that's mission complete. And these things don't, the straps, the toxic stuff spills on the straps and actually breaks the straps. So the chance of getting there 100% is small anyway, I think, personally. Right, let's go and pick it up again. But now it's damaged, I don't think the straps break. Okay, we should be able to get this in a position where we can now pick it up and chuck it in the back of the other truck. And at least that's 2 on board of the 3 we need. We're going to probably pick up more than just the 3 we need here though. While we're here, we might as well pick as many of these as possible. Wrong one. Okay. So let's jump back into the Voron. So we need to go up the hill here. And then head to the right. We'll go and pick this one up. And then we've got to find the best way round to there. There is a track down here potentially. If we can get across these rocks, potentially we can pick these up as well. That's my thinking. But yeah, let's go and see if we can pick the other one up first. Our best bet here is to the right and then up. Take low gear off now. The fact we got out of that mess is something. No. Only slightly over. See the angle the actual track is at. Right. There we go. We're okay. But yeah, I'm not worried about damaging them as long as we get them to location. That's the important bit. As I say, we don't need XP anymore. Thank you for the like, followers, much appreciated. We're max level, so XP doesn't actually do anything for us anymore. And money, we've got plenty. Crazy Irishman, good morning, how are you? So far, we've had a bit of a nightmare in just how things are working. It's all working properly again now, but for a minute, we couldn't pick up one of these barrels. Frustratingly. Right, we need to get through all this mud without drowning, which potentially we might. Try and head up there. We're glad to be out of this little bit of area, really. And back away from here for the minute. Okay. So we've already put the other one in a better position for us to pick up. So as long as we make it past this bit, we're flying. We're okay. Bit concerned we was going to fall down there, or at least slide down. Okay. We can now get this one on the back as well, and that's 2 of the 3 done for this one. I'd say we're probably going to just pick up more than just the 2. The 3 for this mission, we'll probably pick up a lot more than that, just so, yeah, load in the back in one go, essentially. How are you today, Crazy Irishman? could have just used the big crane to be fair to put this in the back. So it's not going to fall over, is it? I wanted it to fall over, and I want it stood upright, although it doesn't really matter. There we go, you fall. Thank you. Okay. Right, so from here, we want to be heading... We can come across if need be, but we've got to try and get to this bit down here. What was it? Here. There is a track that kind of goes there, to be fair, from where we've just been. I don't really want to go back that way. I think what we'll do to make... all of it's a mess. I think we might probably go back the way we just came, to be fair. There's a track leads down here to where we want to kind of be going. So I think down here, pick these two up, try and head across, grab that one. And then, yeah, it's not knowing which ones are easily accessible and which ones aren't really the thing at the minute. Until we're there, we don't know how the water's going to be or anything, but hopefully raw on comes good. But yeah, we'll try and pick up more than just this mission's worth if they're nearby. I think that makes more sense than just leaving them and coming back to them. We have to try and get the ones we can now. So we're going to go and try and head down to that beachhead that's there. The only thing I'm concerned about is that drop down. I'm hoping it's not as steep as it looks, because obviously we'll go nose first, and potentially we won't be able to move if we land on our nose. We could even roll. That's the only concern really of where that is. It does look very steep kind of drop down, so there is that potential there we could roll over, which wouldn't be good. Okay, I'm not too bad at the mud and stuff. I think the Vaughan can handle itself pretty well with all that stuff. It's just these drops down onto the water and how deep the water then is. Right, from here we still want to keep heading. We want to be turning off here essentially. So the next left, there is a big tree in the way here, hence why we can't go up there. We've already navigated this once and that wasn't simple to navigate. I'm not going to get past a tree. But I'm glad the actual mission started working again. I was panicking that we'd have to lose the map because we couldn't pick one of the barrels up from the bottom. The crane wouldn't even access it, so I'm glad it's now working again. Do I need to head left here? I think I do. Yeah. The reason that track down there is so bad is we had to put power cables in as well. So the track isn't the best because of that. Right, between the tree stumps. It's only a tiny branch, it should snap, not surely. Okay. Got to be careful not to roll over, that'd be the worst thing at this moment. And we nearly did coming this way a minute ago. Trying to stay as close to the tree side as we can. But it's not really completely possible. I will say the mule and the Voron, the stuff we put them through is it's amazing they still keep going. Right, we want to keep heading along this track straight, and then do a lefty kind of turn. So ignore that one to the left there. I think we're right in ignoring that one. So just double check, yeah. So we want this kind of gap coming up on the left. I don't think it's this one, although that looks like a track as well. Is it that one? It is that one. And then we want to head down here, and then we'll go and see if this is as steep as it looks. Hopefully, fingers crossed it's not, otherwise we could have some problems. Are we going left? Yeah, so we're trying to get down here, essentially. So we do want to be going left here. The last thing we want is to end up on our nose. If we end up on our nose, we're in trouble. That's my concern. And then we are hoping this water isn't as deep as it looks. Wow, that's deep. So the thinking is we get down here, we come across this beachhead here over these rocks, pick up this one here and hopefully this one from over here. We might be able to drive behind there to grab that one. Then come across here and grab the other one, and then that's all three for this mission then done. If we pick up that one, sorry, and that one up there, and then come round on ourselves, try and pick these ones up if we can. If we can't, try and get across and deliver these to a warehouse. That's the thinking. Graphics on your PS4. Is it better than you see? Wow, that's cool. You missed the bug first thing, Crazy Russian, where it wouldn't allow us to pick up one of these barrels of anything. Oh, that does look steep. Okay. This may be a really bad idea. But it's our best way down from where we are. Handbrake's on. Okay, handbrake was on and that helped there. As I say, we don't know how deep the water is. So we've got to be a bit careful with that. And getting another vehicle down here to save us, I think, will be tricky. So we've got to be careful what we do. Okay, but looking at this though. So there is one to pick up here and one here. So my thinking is, this looks like we can drive through behind these rocks. If we go and get that one first, come back this way over there, and I'm just hoping this gap here isn't deep. We know the map can be really deceiving, that's the thing. In fact, that rock crossing there is a lot worse than it looks on the map. We should be able to go and get this one over here. Again, if we damage it, we damage it. It's not the end of the world. The only thing will be the straps will break. I think that's kind of a given at this point. Okay, we should be, hopefully, in a position to pick this one up. I can't see it, but I'm hoping the crane can still pick it up. Oh, there it is, you can see it to the left. It's not going to give me access to it, I don't think. I'll try a single connection. I may not be close enough looking at that. Ah, there we go, it did give me something. We have got it. Again, I guarantee we're damaging this, but there we go, broke off. Right, we can now swap though to normal connection point. There we go. So every time we damage this, the actual crane will break a bit, and it will fall over. As I say, damage isn't a big deal. We don't care about that. The main thing is to get the mission done. If we get one there and get any bonuses, we get bonuses, but we're not aiming, as that would be horrendously difficult, I think. Just because these things just like to fall over a lot and break the straps when they do so. There you go, see? As soon as I put it down, the straps broke. Okay. So this one isn't part of the mission we're doing now, but we're here, we may as well pick it up. I want it to fall over. All over. Doesn't want to fall over for me, does it? Okay. Right, they're all strapped. The straps may come off. We know what this is like with these. I think it's fully damaged anyway, so I don't think it's going to happen now. Right, can we get across that rock section is the question. We're definitely not going through there by looks of things. So our next thinking was traversing these rocks here. There we go, it's broken again. There we go. Has that got it? There we go. Yeah, my thinking was traversing that. Come on, Vaughan. Do us proud. They've always got the crane to push off if need be. Can't get the angle right, I don't think. Let's go more to the left. There we go. Come on. Can't get the grip, can we? Try using the crane a little bit here. There we go. Over the last bit, come on. Can't get the back tyres over. There's no grip on there, is there? No, okay. We'll try using the crane again. There we go. Don't tip. Again, we don't know how deep this is the other issue. I'm hoping we can skirt along it. Okay, so next one to pick up is here. And again, this isn't for the mission we're doing, but we're here anyway, so it makes sense for us to do this while we're here. We'll put anchors down. The more we pick up now, the less we come back for, essentially. Okay, expect the crane to, there you go, expect that to happen. Why are we not connect to it now? There we go. That was to be expected. So any damage, it breaks immediately. That's why we're not worried too much about damage. Alright. We'll try and put it down gently, but we've already seen what happens to these things the minute they get bumped a little bit. If anyone's managed to do this and get all of these there 100%, let me know, because you've done extremely well as far as I'm concerned. Right. We've got 4 on board, 2 for the mission we're doing, 2 for another mission. That's fine. Now we need to get across. So we need to get across this bit here and head along this beachhead here to get that one down here. It's a different mission plus the one we're looking at for our mission. And then potentially grab these, but we'll see. This may be a different journey for these, I think. It's whether we can get across this. I think we can. That doesn't look that bad. And normally, if you start to drown your vehicle... Okay, we can't move. If you start to drown your vehicle, as long as you're still moving forward, you get to solid land. You get out of it quite quickly. Although this is not letting us move anywhere. I was concerned this could happen. Have we got any movement? Oh, I don't think we have we? There's a slight bit of movement on the front. Take low range off. I'm not touching camera, so we are moving ever so slightly. We are turning, which is something. We're not going forward though. The thing is, there's not much angle for camera to see either. Maybe a case of we might have to use a crane, but I don't know if I can reach behind us and touch the rock. Because I think all we need to do really is touch the rock to move ourselves slightly forward. Let's try anchors first. Because the anchors will get us up a little bit, and then as long as we're powering when we let go, sometimes that's enough to move you forward. But no. Okay. I thought we would be safe to move, but you can just see that it's just not. Oh, is that a bit of metal that's stopping us? There is a bit of metal there, and potentially that may be stopping us. We'll see if I can push us from behind using the crane. There we go. That's as most as we can do with the crane though. Still got no movement. We are kind of moving the wrong direction, annoyingly though. I don't know if it is because we're stuck on something, or it's just not a nice bit to be in. Thing is, I'm worried about drowning the vehicle now. No, we can reverse a little bit there. There is a little bit of movement, just not enough for what we need. Is that enough? Can't reverse while the crane is where it is, that's the thing. No. Oh yeah, we got some. There is a bit of movement. I don't think it's enough, but I think that bit of metal really isn't helping. I need that front end to kind of come up, I think. Okay. I think if we go this side of the rock and then try and pull ourselves across that way. Yeah, be careful not to go too deep in with the front end. Okay, we've got a bit of movement there. And we don't know how deep this water is. No anchors. Okay, we're so close to being drowned. Okay, then. We're stuck on something, aren't we? No. We're dead. We're drowned. Yeah. Ah. So close. But in the end, we just couldn't rescue ourselves. Right, we have got a scout vehicle over here. My thinking is pull us out. We've got to try and traverse that anyway. I think that is the best way across, rather than trying to come round. So we may be able to winch ourselves across here. Because all we're going to do is get the vehicle so it's not in deep water anymore and it fixes itself. Yeah, the metal and all the rock was beaching us, you're right. Okay. How will this do across this terrain? That's the question. We kind of head roughly diagonal. My big concern is obviously where are we facing that way. We want to be heading left. Yeah. Oh no, massively left. We're facing forwards, aren't we there? Okay. So we're going to try and winch ourselves out because that will fix the vehicle the minute you're no longer in deep water. This isn't the biggest vehicle for this, but hopefully it's okay to get there. This may drown in itself if you're not careful, although I think it's got a snorkel on. It might take quite a bit for it to drown, to be fair. But all we're going to do is get close enough to winch forward, and once the water isn't red anymore, we can then drive the vehicle again. So that's all we're looking for, really. If that doesn't work, then our best bet is probably mobile base, potentially. And winch using that. Okay. I don't know how deep this is, that's the only problem. Terrain scanner's all well and good, but it stops at water. It might be better trying to get across there, to be fair. Full speed and see what happens, I think. Yeah, that's deep. Mid-round. Yep, that's drowned too. No. Engine came back on there. Right, I'm going to winch to the tree. Right. I'm going to put in the winch at the same time. As I say, all you've got to do is get it so you're out of the water at that moment. There we go. And you're not drowned anymore. There you go. Not flooded. Okay. Don't know if I can use the same trick across here. We shall see. Although some of this looks drivable, because you can see the green bit sticking up out of the water. Although saying that, this is not liking it. Yeah, this green sludge is not fun to drive on. It's really not getting any kind of grip at all. We're so lucky. I kind of knew we'd get across and the winch would be enough to pull us forward. Low range, will that help? Or low gear, sorry. In fact, it's called something different. The snow run is annoying. Come on. But yeah, this green sludge is not easy to drive on. Hence why we've got no speed. All we're going to do is get to that bank, and I think we'll be fine. My only concern is this powerful enough? Although if we tow it, it may be okay to move the Voron forward, and that's all it needs. I'm just going to get the front end of the Voron out of the water. We knew this mission would be tricky, we knew it would take some time because there's so much to do, and they're not in good places to pick things up. So there was always a chance we'd end up drowning a few times. It's then just how we rescue ourselves each time that's important. Okay. Try and be careful. We don't want to slide too much in because obviously that will drown us too. Right, it's a bit flatter now. The only concern is getting to the Voron from where it is. This one, I don't think this scout has a massive winch. That's the only thing. Yeah, but it won't come on until we get it so it's not drowned. So we need to get it so it's not drowned, so then the vehicle can actually come on. Because the start of it won't. But if I can get the front end of the vehicle up, that's enough to stop it being drowned, essentially. Yeah, this is not fun to drive on this stuff. Although the concrete slabs are probably helping here. Right, are we close enough is the question. Yes. Right, so as I say, all we need to do is pull it out. I don't think winching it itself is going to work. No. I'm going to put towing on anyway, and then we're going to try and see if we can reverse out. There's not nothing. There's nowhere near enough, is there, to pull this, I don't think. Take low gear off so that helps. I haven't got the power. The only other way would be to reverse to it, maybe. So it's sometimes easier to winch with the reverse than it is forwards. Yeah, I think we need to turn round. You do have a better time winching from behind than you do going forward, so. If we were on solid ground, then it wouldn't be so bad. But I don't know if we can reach from here, though. Can we reach? We can reach. Oh, okay, that's different. I don't quite know how it's allowing me to do it there, but we can. Right, towing on. Pedal to the metal. We're not on enough firm ground, I don't think. No, there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. Well, it allows us to winch from there. Let's see if it allows winch further slightly up. I don't know what the range is of this winch. That's the thing. Will it reach now? No. No. May not be powerful enough, that's the thing. Let's try on the side rather than the front. As I say, all we need to do is just pull the engine, the front end out of the water. Towing's back on, although it won't do anything to start with. Yeah, this isn't powerful enough. Just haven't got the power. And this has got nothing. Yeah. Okay, so we need another plan. We need a crane, potentially. And if we can get a crane down that hill there, we can lift this up and out of the water. The only other bit, I don't know how accessible this is. We've got... Let's go... I'm just going to quickly drive through here. I want to see how accessible this is to this bit. If it is accessible, we can get there. Thing is, we can't abandon the Voron because it's got 4 of the bits we need for different missions. But this is always going to be difficult. It's never going to be simple. But yeah, if this is more accessible that way, then we've got a better chance, I think. I don't know how easy this will be to drive through. Obviously you can see lots of stumps to watch out for as it is. Does this connect to that middle island, or is there a bit of water in between is the other thing? And if there's water, how deep is it? Okay, there is water. I don't think it's that deep. I think we can get across. Looking at that. So if we get across here, and then go through the island here, I think we'll be able to pull it out using the mule. Obviously it's getting across this water bit here, although it's sludgy, it's not too bad. I'll say that now. We start drowning, this time we haven't got a winch, but you know I said it wasn't too bad. That's deep. That's deep, a lot deeper than I thought it was. What about this bit? Man, that's deep. Is there a way across here or not? That's the question. This hasn't got a winch, so there's no way of doing the trick of connecting to a tree and pulling. Okay, I think there's a crossing there to our left actually, looking at that. Be careful turning here. But I think there is a crossing to our left. This bit of grass that kind of sticks out here, to me that would make us a little bit easier to get across. And then if we go pedal to the metal, there is a chance we just bounce through. I didn't quite get a plan, did it? Suddenly got really steep and we couldn't get any further forward. Come on. Up, 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 up. There we go. The mule does everything. Multi-purpose, all-terrain vehicle. Oh, rid of some of these smaller trees as we go up. That might not be our only crossing though, looking at this. Whoa, that's deep. I didn't know there was no side there. I don't quite know which direction we need to go next either. This is not what I thought we'd be doing first thing today on RoadCraft, to be fair. I knew what the mission was. I didn't think it'd be like this. Right. Ah, I see what I did here. So I've come across this way. What I should have done when we crossed over here is stayed on there. I've come across into this bit, which wasn't the intention. But I think we can make it work. There is actually one of these to pick up nearby. So what I'm going to do, I think we pick it up now while we're here. As we're already here for it, it just saves picking up it later. And we can always transfer it to the Voron if need be. But yeah, I shouldn't have come across onto this bit. essentially. So that's one of them just there to our left. Again, we'll pick it up if it gets damaged. It gets damaged. I'm not too worried about the damage and the bonuses because it doesn't matter at this point. The main thing is getting all these delivered. These battles are a nightmare. Slight bounce and it will break. There we go. It even broke putting it down. It's going to fall over. Right. So, if we head back to the island over here, as I wasn't actually meant to leave that bit. There we go, it's broke again. And again, it's going to be fully destroyed now. Yeah, it's fully destroyed. Okay. Even if we can't get the boring out, if we can grab all the barrels out of the one and put it in the mule, that still works. That's the thing. We're just going to make sure we don't mess ourselves up getting there. Like that. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Stay, stay, stay. Yep, okay. This was different doing this in the scout vehicle. Smaller, so it doesn't slide as much. Okay. So we've got two choices. We try and get it out, or we try and just transfer the stuff. We'll try and put it first. Obviously I don't want this to get stuck as well. Okay. This does seem to have more grip than the Boron, to be fair. Now, my thinking is, we change to one point of contact. There we go. Obviously, I don't want to pull this or do anything silly with this. In fact, let's put anchors on. Try pulling it towards us first. And then if not, we'll drive back. Need to change. It is moving. You can see. Please tell me that has got... Is that... it's dropping them. I don't think these... I think the straps have come undone. Or are they? Right, okay, so that will no longer be drowned now. They have dropped one behind though. If I let go of it, there we go. Swap vehicle to it. One of them floated out annoyingly. I think it may be better off using the mule going forward, just because it seems to have more grip in this bit. Right, stop there. Right, we need to get the one that we've left behind for a start. Anchors on, does that straighten us? Yeah. I think we transfer everything to the mule. That's my thinking. I just want to see if we can grab this one over here first. Don't know if we're going to be close enough. But yeah, the mule seems to have more grip. It's not really working though, is it? Okay. Let's unstrap cargo. I don't know if that's unstrapped or not. Find out in a second. Multiple attachments. I don't know if it's unstrapped, but see if we can just put it this way a little bit. Like that, pull it. Oh, there we go. It didn't unstrap. And another one's fallen out as well. Ah, don't. Don't do that. I need to get it so it's in a flat surface, so it will just sit there, and we can just take everything out the back of it. I think that might be okay. The front end is low, but I think it'll be okay. Stay. Bolt. Bolt crane. That's what we wanted. Unstrap. Anchors down. There we go. Okay. So that is now in a position where it can stay there. We unstrap the one we've got. We'll quickly get the two out of the back of this. Chuck them in the back of the mule. We just seem to have a lot more grip in this sludge with the mule, so it makes sense to swap to it, I think. Thank you for the like, that's appreciated. Okay, one. We may have to drive over the sludge to get to the other one, far side. You're going to give me that one? Yeah. So I put them all on the back and then the mule can't move. Okay, so what we need to do now is quickly grab this crane. Swing it round, just so the mule can pick it up. Can't see what I'm doing. What are you doing? That way. I can go there. These with a crane camera on. Oh, I had it there. No. Give me the one I want. There we go. Right. That's 4. And one of these, obviously some of these aren't for the mission we're doing. They all need collecting. Alright, well, hopefully they'll sort them out. The only one I'm concerned about is the one that's further on that we dropped. I'm going to have to go onto that middle bit. And obviously the mule's been really good so far in the sludge, but there's a chance this doesn't quite go to plan. Don't think this is going to go backwards. Let's try this one first. It does. Okay. Stay there. So we'll do the same thing with the crane again with this one. We'll grab it with this crane, put it near the mule. Mule picks it up, we crack on. And then we carry on trying to get the rest of this done. There was, I think there's what, 3, 6, I think there's 12 barrels in total in different places to go and pick up. This is kind of just the start of it. Although we've got a few on us now. Yeah, we're over that bit that was which was stopping us going forward now. And the beachhead that these next two are on seems more doable, to be fair. As I say, because we don't mind if they get damaged, that does make a big difference. We don't have to be as careful. Right, my thinking is, if we move the scout, because I want to go exactly where the scout is. The Voron is now drivable as well from where it is, but I don't think it's got as much grip as the mule does. So there's no point carrying on with it while it's getting itself stuck. But there are 2 more still to pick up in this sludge here, which we may have to come back for. Okay. Now, if this works, we should be able to just reverse off and then go up here. And as I say, this beachhead now along here looks okay, but the map can deceive us, so we've got to still be a bit careful. And there's 2 along here. One is the one that's marked up, and there is one that isn't. So the one that isn't marked up, because it's a different mission, is just here on the left. And again, we've got to be careful. That's quite a little deep hole there, I think, by the looks of things. Let's grab it where we are now. I'm not going to risk trying to get ourselves too close to it. We don't have to. Will it give me it? No. I don't think we're close enough to it. We'll try a single connection to see if it will allow us. No. Okay, we do need to get a bit close to them. Try that. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. Again, I'm expecting this to be damaged at some point. We're never going to get there 100%, I don't think. We'll try and put it down gently. Best place for this one. The minute it hits the others, I think it's going to damage it anyway. Amazing to damage it then, to be fair. Right, it's in. Expect that to break at some point soon. Right, we've got to go carry on across this beachhead now to the other one, which is up here. And then once you grab that, we need to find a way back across. And then we'll deliver these straight to the warehouse, and that's at least a few of them done, including this mission. And then we'll have a look where the others all are. Now, my only concern here is I think that's quite deep, that water. Oh, no, okay. I was worried about the angle the rock would put us at, but actually wasn't too bad. But yeah, the mule definitely seems has more grip in these conditions, considering that the stats... There we go. Ah. We dropped one. We knew the straps would come undone at some point, and that was it. Even though it's strapped down, it still moved around enough to break and get rid of all its contents. There we go. I think it's now fully broken, so it shouldn't actually do anything else now. It's so difficult, even when they're strapped in, to get any of these to where you want them to go without damaging them at all. Right, this is the final one for the mission we're actually on. And then we'll follow the beachhead and see if we can get back up, essentially. Let's pick this one up first. Considering we started today's stream with this mission, and immediately we faced an issue where we couldn't actually pick up one of these. Nothing would access it, to the point now where we've got quite a few on the back of us. I'm actually amazed we've gone this far with it, to be fair. Okay, it's going to break. Just don't know where I'm going to put it. I want to lay it down, but as soon as I do, it's going to break. Actually, it's laying down now. There we go. Right, it's strapped down. It's not brilliant, but it's there. So, if we follow the beachhead, I'm hoping for a way up. Thanks for the like, Will, much appreciated. We definitely want to... Yeah, we're getting there. The other two that are in the sludge still we'll come back for, I think. There we go. We knew that. Oh, dropped one. This is the problem with these barrels. If the minute they leak a bit of the toxic stuff out, you lose them. This one's still got 66%. I'll be amazed if it gets there if any percentage left. As I say, there we go. It's 33% now, and that was just trying to pick it up. Give me access to it. There we go. All I was trying to do there was pick it up. I'm not being able to really careful with them though, to be fair. I'm not that worried. As I say, the extra rewards, money and XP, the XP doesn't affect us anymore, as we're already max level. Okay, let's try again. Let's keep following the beachhead. If I haven't said it already, thanks for the like, but I much appreciated. I don't know if I did or not. There we go. Now there's nothing left of it. All we now need to do is deliver these. So now the strap shouldn't break anymore, at least. That's something. Okay, I'm looking for a way up, essentially. Or we just keep going round. Either or is absolutely fine. We just need to get across. Right, back to the sludgy, toxic area again. So we're now here, and we need to just get across here. And then we can deliver these ones to the warehouse, and we'll think about these two over here, which we may try and get to from over here with these two, potentially. So we need the best way across. We saw how deep this was before, so we're looking for that grassy patch, which is over here, to be fair. That worked quite well. I don't know if we can get across here. Because if you can see grass, you know it's not as deep, but it doesn't mean it's doable. And obviously, we don't have a winch on this, so I can't do my trick that we did before. How deep is it? Very. I don't know. Part of me thinks go for it. Pedal to the metal will make it, but I don't know. Let's stop there for a second. So it is that bit we need to get to over there. Part of me thinks just go for it and we'll make it. Although we could tow ourselves out if worse comes to worse. I think let's do it. I'm going to reverse up, full speed. Aim for that tuft of grass and hope our nose stays high. That's the aim. Go on, nose up, nose up, nose up. Nose is up. There we go. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a run up, and that's enough. Can we get up the hill? Is it too steep? Low gear. We're up, we're over, we're okay. Okay. Actually worked out okay. So we can go and take these now to the waste depot, waste warehouse, and drop these off. Which way are we going from here? Straight up. There we go, straight to our left. The fact we've actually made it, I'm amazed by, to be fair. That actually went better than I thought. It's taken a bit of time, but we've finally got there, I think. That was mad. We haven't finished yet, there's still more of these to do. This was just one load of them. But we actually made it. And all 4 missions we currently have on are doing the same thing. All of them are barrels. The ones we've got on the back as well, I don't know what missions they're for currently. I just know they're part of this whole thing. That's a drop-off point in the circle here. Now it might not take the other ones that we haven't done the mission for yet. Oh, it has taken several. Hang on a second then. Still left one on us. So we've completed 2 of the missions of collecting these containers, and we have a brand new mission, deliver chemicals, and another one. So we'll hold off a second, let we can catch up. Okay, there's a few things to do by the looks of it. We knew we had about, was it 8 more main missions to do as we loaded in today. So new objectives here. All 3 of these are new missions. We've got to deliver chemicals from the northern facility. So that is pick up these chemicals that the water treatment plant has done by taking the chemicals out of the water. Pick those containers up. Can't quite see how big the containers are, to be fair. We've got no way of seeing how big they are until we're there, really. Oh, and they all break. I think they're the same kind of containers they've just picked up, I think. Because they all break as well. One of them has got low health already. We've not done anything with it. Not sure how that works. Remove hazardous waste from the western facility. That's this one over here. Luckily we've got a vehicle nearby actually. I don't know, that's not got a crane. I don't think. No, I don't think that's got a crane. 3 more there to pick up. And then ensure the removal of chemicals from the water treatment plant. So this is a convoy route. So this we might as well set up now, although that doesn't look fun. Old pump station, going to the water treatment plant. That convoy is not going to have a good time. Although maybe actually, there is a pathway to follow. This is the problem here. Any convoy potentially could have an issue here. Which means bridge maybe. best option there. I think we set it up, and if it gets stuck, we bridge it. I think is our only real option, because we know how difficult it's going to be. Saying that, we could just put a bridge immediately, thinking about it. Because we've got the bridge layers, we can buy another bridge layer, because one is still currently being used by a convoy, I believe. We could get another bridge layer, and just go and put the bridge there first. And then at least that's then able to be done while we're doing other things. It's always best to have convoys running while we're busy. These two are still operational. There's still some money to be gained by that one. And this one here is still operational and still money and XP as well. They're still doing fine. The one in the mule maybe. Yeah, maybe. We still have the side missions. We've got one of the barrels for this mission here. And then the others two are in this bit over here to go and grab, which we said would be problematic. And then we still got this one as well. This is another side mission. There's 3 more barrels over this side near Warm May and the old pump station. They still need picking up as well. And they're not in fun positions. My thinking here is bridge, because I don't think we're going to get to that one that easily. This one may be doable, but again, I'm not sure. And this one potentially is doable via that way. But that's not going to be fun either. The issue is that one, because I don't see how we're going to get to it. There's a bit of land on the water here we can see, but there's nothing else. To me, that one is going to take a bridge, which we've done before. It's not the most difficult thing. I think we start off, we go and do this bridge that we said to get the convoy working from the old pump station, because at least then that's underway while we're doing other stuff. So for that, we need to go and buy a new bridge vehicle. Get my words out. And then once we've got the bridge vehicle, we can then... I need to shop, don't I? So this Vostok bridge layer, that's 12 meter. I think that's the big one. There's the other one. We do own just about every vehicle. The only vehicles we don't own are ones that we haven't used because they're not very good. Or there hasn't been a proper use for them, I should say. So these two here are just pointless. They're too small. And the SAR truck again. I have to use it. There's not been a mission for it. Where are you? There is 2 of these, but I'm trying to find where the other one is. Those are asphalt. Where is the other one? And the fuel truck. There hasn't been a mission they've had to use the fuel truck for. When there was one, we did it ourselves. I've missed the other one somewhere. I think that is the big one, but I'm just trying to find the other one to be sure. Oh, bridge layer. There we go. What am I thinking? That's 6 meters. So we'll go for the 12 meter. We do own one, but we'll buy another one. We do have enough money for 2. So we'll buy a second one, because the other one is currently being used for a convoy. And then I've got to find it on here now. And then we'll drive that round, do that bit of water and set the convoy up, and then we'll crack on with everything else. Where are you? That one, that's a small one. There it is. That one's already out and about. This one is our new one. Also, the only thing with driving these is your view is so obscured. But even your view from inside is not much better, to be fair. Although the detail inside is pretty cool. Okay, so we've got a bit of a drive to get to where we need to go, but once we're there, we should be set up and ready to go. So we're not going to cross these small wooden bridges, that would be bad. We're going to go across here, we're heading to the main bit of the port, to then head round to the water treatment plant. Yeah, your view is quite obscured when driving this. I could change the settings and put our field of view back more, but then I've got to go back in and change them back once we're away from this vehicle, and there's no point in that. The barrels that need collecting from the bit we're going past now, one of the water treatment plants we put down before, they're easy enough to pick up and go. So that'll be probably one of the last things we do. That's quite simple. To get there is quite simple as well. It is also tracked, so it does handle all terrain pretty well. It's just a bit bouncy at times. Like that. Well, I'm pretty sure we do fit across the bridge, but this might be tight. I can't see sides enough. I think it is tight though, so we need chances straight. There we go. Man, that's tight. There we go, 4 on the right hand side there, I think. We're through. Okay. So water treatment plant is where we're heading. So we need to head to the other bridge to take us back across the water treatment plant. And for that, I'm pretty sure we need to head up here. Yeah, up here, over this little bridge, and then across the big bridge. And obviously there are convoys who will just run into us. Yeah, we put the bridge in, don't risk it. Absolutely. We could build a wooden bridge, but that'll take time. I know there's loads of trees around, but they're also quite thin. This will allow a little bit of room for error by the AI when it's driving as well, that's the thing. It does mean we now own 2 of these. We can sell one at some point if we need to. At the end of the world, money at this point doesn't mean anything. Same as XP does no good to us now. I don't think there's many vehicles we need to buy. The new upcoming wood vehicles for the new update that's coming soon, yes, we can buy them, but it's not the end of the world if we can't. There's enough missions to give us the money to afford anything really now. That's tight. Right hand turn here, I believe. Yeah, we need to head right down and there. The good thing about tracks is obviously you can turn on yourself. The tight corners are absolutely fine with tracks. Can we fit? We can indeed. It's a little bit tight, but we made it. There we go. Could make my own life easier, actually move that stuff, but there we go. Right, another tight bridge again. This one's actually not as tight as the other one, actually. A little bit wider, it seems. Okay, so this water treatment plant, we've now got to watch out for vehicles coming towards us, because they'll just ram into us. I know there's one coming from this area. But obviously, we're not going to be able to move ourselves that much to go away from it. It's coming up to our right. There it is. We made it just in time to get past it. I knew it was there, I just didn't know where it was going to be. That worked out quite well in the end. So we're going left where these containers are. And then we follow this road round until we hit the gate. And then we're just going to head through a mud track, and then we can put the bridge in place and set that convoy off. Hope there's no other issues. So on this soon. Sojourn was really good. Sojourn was simple, to be fair. Sojourn wasn't bad. Deluge on the other hand was annoying. But yeah, Sojourn was easy. Yeah, that wasn't a problem at all, I would say. That was one of the easier ones, I think. Yeah, this is the way. There's a gate coming up. I'm doubting myself there. Vehicle failed. Okay. It says still operational. So that may be one that's not. We've got all the rewards for. Something that's got all the rewards for fails. It's not a problem. We can ignore it. It's gone off the infrastructure list anyway. Okay, this is where it's going to get a bit tight. And I'm not 100% sure which way we're going. I'm hoping the AI drives a normal vehicle, because anything else could potentially get stuck trying to get through here. It's fairly dry, so you've got the grip. Again, we know the AI can be a bit weird with its vehicle choice. Right, we've got a 12-metre reach. I don't know if it can reach the other side fully from here. We're going to need to have a look and see if it does. So anchor's down. And maybe we need to go forward a bit. It's going to depend on where that lands. Okay, so where is that? Not nowhere near where we needed to be. So coming across from this side isn't too bad. It's that gap in the middle of the concrete that's the problem. So that's where we want to cover really. This concrete bit here is absolutely fine, but it's the gap. As I say, I'm hoping this works. Otherwise we've got to get a load of sand down here and everything else. So if we can avoid doing that, would be brilliant. Okay. So that is the gap now covered. So if we detach that, that should now be drivable. Fingers crossed they've got a decent vehicle. Right, we need to move this out of the way. Doesn't matter where it goes as long as it's out of the way. For a minute. It's not liking it. I think I've gone, because I've come off the concrete, it's not liking it. Yeah, it's not liking that I come off the concrete the way I did. Come on. I should have reversed straight back, but I was trying to be clever and moving it to the side. Slight error of judgment there. And my anchors... No, the reason we're not moving is my anchors are still out. That would explain it. I was thinking, why are we getting stuck? That shouldn't happen. But yeah, the anchors are in the way. Right, back to objectives. So let's set this convoy up and hope it works while we're busy doing other things. Start plotting. So we're starting here, which isn't the best place to be starting, to be fair. There is a track here that this can follow. We just don't know how bad it'll be tree-wise. I don't think that is the Wayfarer. I think that's a smaller vehicle. Can't see in the trees enough to hope it's not going to hit a tree. So it's not using the Wayfarer, which is a bonus, because that would get stuck. I'm hoping the vehicle it's using has got all-wheel drive. It should have, and it might be okay. If we have to come back and replot and look what's going on, we'll do that. Right, where do we need to get to? Oh, not too bad actually. Just through here. If it makes it, fantastic. It will save us a massive amount of time. We'll see. Right, while it's doing that, let's have a look what we need to do. We've got 2 more barrels here. Let's try and get those 2 from there first. And then I don't think there's anything else nearby from there, is there? No. We'll try and grab those, I think, first and foremost. We'll try with the Voron, see what happens. If the Voron can't drive out of this, we'll swap. And let's go straight back to the mule. So the first one is actually there. So you've got all the sludge here. Potentially we can get across to there quite simply. This bit here is the concern. I don't know how connected this bit is. Maybe we need to drive across here to get to it. Potentially. I'm half tempted just to grab the Scout and just drag it. If need be. Because it doesn't matter if they get damaged, that's the thing. You got 130 hours on RoadCraft. Oh really? Mine only says 82 or 89. It failed. Where did it fail? Ah, okay. Why did it fail there? Let's have a look. I think it's stuck in the mud. Yeah, it's stuck in the mud there. Okay. That is an issue, admittedly. Oh no, it's not. It's stuck on the bridge. It looks like it's stuck on the bridge. Because that end isn't low enough by the looks of it. Okay. We cancel route. Let's have a look at this. I think it's the angle it's approaching at isn't right. So if we move this to here, I'm hoping it'll approach a better angle. Let's have a look. Obviously, we know this is muddy and not brilliant for most vehicles. You can see it's struggling to turn a little bit there. I'm hoping that gives it the angle to get on board on the bridge better. No, it's gone too. It's slid there. To be fair, so we've got to put an extra point in here, and just move this more this way. Right, let's try that. It is struggling with the mud. Even here, it's not going up very well. Yeah, it's not liking that, is it? I just want it to go at more of an angle onto the bridge. But I think it's sliding down every time. Yeah. Okay. The only other way to deal with this is to actually just put a load of sand down here. I think it's our only real option, really. Or one more thing to try, and then we'll have to get some sand, I think. Try that. I don't know how well this will work. It's definitely more right this time. It's nearly there. The angle is quite steep when we set it at, but it is nearly there. If we move this one slightly to the right, we know it's going to bounce. There we go. It's on. Oh, it might be slightly too much to the right because now it's got its wheel stuck in the middle there. So if we move that a little bit left now, it might be okay. Go on. I think it worked. Will it get across the next bit? It did. It's a bit muddy on the end though. It's trying. Still moving. As long as it's moving, it's good. The mud it's not happy with the mud though. It's over the bridge. What are the rewards for this? It's only it's only got to make the journey once. There's no more rewards. It's only got to do this journey once. And it is still moving. So we can leave it doing its thing. It's still moving. But yeah, we don't have to have multiple convoys. It's a one-off convoy, which is a bonus. Okay. If we can get up this hill here, I think we can get across this first one. So this is the Voron, we're back inside. Obviously we've had issues with it getting grip on the sludge. But it's now up and running again. It seems to be okay. Alright, fail. Where did that fail now? I really should put handbrake on as well. We knew this was a possibility. Now this is only a one-off. There's no point, I don't think, going and putting sand down and doing that stuff. There's no point if it's a one-off trip. It's only a one-off trip. So we don't know what it got caught on there. I would guess stump potentially. If we had an extra point in and just move it slightly to the left here, and move this bit to the left. And let that go again. It's struggling in the mud, and that's fair enough. As I say, we could put sand down, but for a one-off route, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. Okay, so looking at that, we need to be more to the right. Because his left-hand side is really bad. The right-hand side seems better. It's not going to get up there. Bunch of RoadCraft shows how many hours. Yeah, mine's only 80, I think it's 89.2 when we started today. Which seems really low considering. Okay, if we cancel route. Yeah. What we need to do then is just put that further that way. Try that. Why is that not driving? Oh, they loaded in, the wheels are stuck. That'd be why it's not moving. So what we need to do is I need to cancel route and get the load back in over here. We move this one, we'll then start it over here. But now we know it's a one-off. We can get this fixed via this way rather than doing anything more. As I say, if it's more than one convoy, then we'd have to go and put sand and stuff down, because otherwise it would keep annoying us by failing. Alright, if we stay right now, it should make onto the tougher, harder ground. I don't think it did. I think we need to be more right, potentially. Yeah. Even going right might not be the actual answer, to be fair. What we can do, and this is cheating a little bit, admittedly. It's already failed. Let's set it back up. We can push it. Now, we have done this previously. Sometimes you don't have a choice. If I can get behind it, we can give it a little push. And as it's a one-off, it solves the problem. Stop reversing. Stop reversing. It might fix itself, actually. No, it's not fixing itself. Can I get onto that? I need to go onto that concrete section. Don't think the tracks can get up there. That's annoying. I thought I could push it, but I can't get the tracks in the right position to do so. Let's set it off again. Yeah, I can't get the tracks where I need them to be, but I might be able to swing it. There we go, we're on. Right, push, push, push. Definitely not the realistic way of doing things, I know, but for a one-off convoy, I'll take it. Keep going. There you go. Still going. Stuck again. Come on. Keep going. Right, I think that should be safe now. Say that. Come on, you can do it. Keep going. Come on. Once he gets through that bit ahead of us, it should be fine. And in fact, that should be fine, to be fair. Okay, we'll leave it doing its thing. I think that will get there. It's moving, albeit slowly, but it's moving. Right, back to what we were doing. And trying to grab more of these barrels. So, we were over down here in the Voron. So I think we can cross this bit here, is my thinking. The only reason why I was so high, because you have to reset map. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. I'm surprised ours is so low, to be honest. Although we have, oh, yeah, 100% in all the maps as well. I think every stream has been productive, but we still had problems where things are taking time. Okay, do not want to drown this vehicle again if we can avoid it, because that would be a nightmare, especially where we are now. Oh, how did that fail again? I hate convoys. Okay, it's probably the mud, to be fair. We'll set it off again. We've used this track no end of times. It's never been a problem for us, but we're not the convoy or that vehicle. Okay. Just going to quickly jump in our scout vehicle that's here. And give it another push. I can't tow it. I think towing it I'll end the convoy, but I can push it. And it's nearly there. Although it's made this road horrendously bad, it is actually nearly there, to be fair. It's not even got far to go. Come on. It might be the vehicle they're using just isn't very good. We've used, although I think that vehicle's got all-wheel drive. We've used that vehicle a few times, never had an issue with it. But we're also not the AI. Right, there should be a mission done for that. We can ignore that now. Back to what we were doing over there here. Okay, so we need to go and pick this one up first. And then my thinking is this one over here. Potentially. Is that mission complete? I think it was. Yeah, objectives. There's a new objective now. So the convoy's done its thing. And that mission has now moved on. Ensure the removal of chemicals from the water treatment plant. So this water treatment plant over here, we've got to move these, and we've got to deliver a vehicle as well to what? Hang on, Warn May here to the loading station there. That is not a good route at all. Yeah, that's not fun. We might need to build a road. Well, they're saying that, actually, the worst bit is this bit here, which we can, isn't too bad. Depending on the vehicle it's going to use. And it comes around here to the quarry. Then we've got a road all this way, along here. This is all sand, this is all doable. This bit, potentially, could be a problem. And where's it going to? The loading station. That's not as bad as it looks, actually, thinking about it. We'll set it up and get it going and see if it encounters any problems. We will need to move this out the way, I think. Which we may as well quickly do now. But that's probably not as bad as it sounds, that route, to be honest. When I first saw it, I thought, no, that's never going to happen. But actually, it's not too bad. It'll use a Wayfarer. If it uses a Wayfarer, it's definitely not making it. And then we're building a proper road again, because it will never make that journey. But yeah, is it a one-time route as well? So again, something that we don't have to necessarily build a road or fix in that way. The whole point of this is just to get it there. If it means we push it all the way, we'll push it all the way. But there's no point building a whole road infrastructure for one mission and one route. Okay, so through the quarry that's here. Again, it is muddy. It doesn't look like it is the Wayfarer. It's not long enough, to be honest. You can normally tell because the Wayfarer is really long. So this isn't the Wayfarer it's going to use. It's going to use the same vehicle I think it just did, which we did see had issues when it's really muddy. Most of this is dry though, until we get a bit further down. Through the quarry here, obviously it's got to make it onto the sandbank, which potentially could be an issue, we'll see. And then as we head out over here, this is all good, we've driven this ourselves loads of time. This isn't a problem. And then round here, again, no problem here, we've already drained some of the water from previous missions. That sand is easily drivable. So that one. And this next bit of water, you can still drive through it. It's not the end of the world. It looks worse than what it actually is, to be fair, and that's drained a bit as well because of the pump. And then we come over here. I've done that a bit too quick. I don't know why I'm rushing, there's no need to. Bring it through into the loading station and off we go. We'll dispatch it, we'll see how it does. It may go badly wrong, it may go absolutely fine. We'll come back to it if we have to. Okay, back to what we're doing over here. I will get this done. We've got ourselves a bit beached, I think. I'm stuck, aren't I? Sometimes just chucking the anchors on to lift us up a bit does make the big difference. Not that time though. I don't think I've got any movement, have I? Tree. Well, the way the crane does move us as well. We actually, I think we're just stuck in a hole, aren't we, essentially? As we tried to make the jump across. Yeah. Don't know if I can connect to a tree from here. Any tree will do. Yeah, no trees are coming up. Just want, if we had a tree, we could just pull ourselves slightly forward. May have to bring the scout vehicle over just to get us across. We just got ourselves caught a little bit too much there. Yeah, we're not moving. Okay, jump in the scout. We'll move us. We'll go and give the scout give it a hand. This wasn't as I intended, but we're not drowned, so it's still doable. No, if I drown this, we'll have a different plan. But if we tow that forward, it will be enough to get us across, I think. This just needs to get to it first. This isn't like in the sludge, is it? Well, the concrete slab will give us more grip, but instead, it's actually messed us up. Okay, it failed the route for War-Made loading station. We'll have a look at that in a second. I say as a one-time route, there's no point in fixing too much. Up you go. There we go. Right, what went wrong is the question. It failed there. That's a weird place to. It's only just started. Why has that failed there? The only thing I can think of is it's too muddy. Let's bring this round a little bit that way and see what happens. Or is there tree stumps potentially in the way? I think, yeah, I know what we've got to do. I think we've got to bring it out this way more and come round. It's getting stuck here. Yeah, it's too big a jump up. It's beaching itself. So what we'll do, we'll let it straighten itself up now. Is it going to make it or is it not? It might actually do it. It made it. Okay. It's off and running. No, it's getting stuck there straight away. Ah, that might explain that. We want to be more to the right then, essentially, to avoid some of that mud. It's heavy load, exactly, it is a heavy load as well. So what we'll do, let's play with this route. I think, so this bit here, we want to come out more this way. And then we'll adding a new route here, a new point here. Bring it round. Why will you not swing round for me? There we go. And then we want to bring this one more to this side. The grass is definitely better, it seems, than that mud. And that should avoid this big trying to get up here kind of bit. I just don't know how it's going to make the turn. AI does not like tight turns. Slowly does it. See, the problem is you don't see the mud on the map, and that's quite heavy. That is heavy mud. Please don't fall down the cliff. Oh no, it's made it, it's good. We have just set this to stay off the mud to a degree, although I may need to move the other point. No, we're okay. Keep going. It does dry out along the route, so it should be okay. Right, that's off and running. We can forget about it for a minute until it tells me it's failed again, which I'm sure it will. Scout vehicle, we're trying to rescue our vehicle. Just to save us bringing something else over. The Voron's already here. I am tempted just to go and get the other one of these that's near the side and just drag it the whole way. Because once it's broken, it doesn't matter. Failed again. We're going to have this issue quite a lot. I don't want to sit there spectate the whole time. We just saw it go past there. How did I get stuck there? I'm going to move that to there and go. It's the mud again. It's just too deep. The thing is, we've used this route and it's been fine. I do think that the vehicle may be not the right vehicle for the job. Plus the weight of the load, we know that does affect things as well. It's not getting across there. I can't see it making it. Once it's over there though, that's quite dry after that. This is just the worst bit, it seems. Okay, I think our best bet is to move this to here and try and stay more on the grass. Did I move the right bit or was that the wrong bit? Stays more on the grass, it should be okay. Wrong button. The only thing is with the map you can't see tree stumps and stuff. Okay. There's a little bit of muddy water coming up, but that shouldn't, what I say isn't it? It shouldn't be too bad. We've already seen this vehicle is really bad. Anything that isn't dry, straight road. Don't be silly. It's a one-time route. Shouldn't be having this many issues with it. I'm going to cheat once again and push it. Come on. Don't fail just yet. Can we get you across? We can get you across. No, don't sit. Keep going. Come on. The worst thing is we know this route is okay. It's just getting it through this first bit. There we go. Up you go. Turn to the right. Turn to the right. No, you get stuck again. Really not liking this. This is as bad as the Wayfarer. It may as well have been driving a Wayfarer at this rate. You away, or are you going to get stuck again? I'm not following it all the way. It's still moving. It's just not happy. Missed the back end there. Why don't you use a mule or something that actually can travel, rather than something like this that just can't do anything? Right, turn left. Turn left. There we go. And over this bit. Come on, I'm not pushing you the whole way. I might as well have driven there myself at this rate. Don't fail. Turn your wheels. One of it's facing the wrong way now. Needs to turn more. No, it's failed. There we go. Right. I don't know where it's going to start. Exactly where we are now, I think. I'm in its weight. So it won't activate because I'm in its weight. I'm going to follow it again. Once it's through this first bit, it shouldn't have many issues. For some reason it's having more issues than it should now though. So I'm not holding my breath that actually it's going to make it without our help. Keep going. This bit's here to one. Like when trying to make this turn, we just keep going off. Because there's a slope there and our tracks are just falling straight down there. It's going to fail, I think, before I get a chance to help it. Yeah, there we go. If it wasn't a one-time route, I would sand the whole thing and not have an issue with it. But when it's a one-time route, I don't see the point in spending all that time building the road and all the infrastructure for a one-off thing. If it was more than once, it wouldn't be an issue. Don't go backwards, go forwards, you idiot. Come on. Forwards. Forwards. Can't quite get behind it, that's the problem. Right, go. Go, go, go. No. Definitely not the right vehicle to be trying to do this with. Ah. Right, hopefully this time I can get behind it. Right. Now go to the left, because I don't want you going down that hole. Left. Goes down the hole, it fails. And I won't be able to save it. Right, turn, 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 turn. Whoa. It's failed. I'm not saving that, that's definitely failed. Thank you for the like, fellas, much appreciated. Okay. I can't change too much. I'm just trying to think what else we can do here. Is this little bit here that's the problem? If I move that there though, we reverse back a bit. Because obviously it won't start over here. If it's more to the left, hopefully it avoids that hole. We can still push it. The thing is, we slide down there too, even with tracks. Probably making it a little bit worse if that was got tracks on really. Right, keep going. We know it's dry ground just after this bit. That's the worst part. This is probably the worst part it's going to deal with out of all of it. Don't tip. Oh, it's tipped over. That's what I didn't want it to do. The worst part is I can't got a winch on this one. Can't get it back over. Made it worse. While trying to get it back on its feet, I've made it worse. That didn't go to plan either. Okay, let's rethink this quickly. I think if we move this one, if we move this point here, won't allow me to move that one, or this one though, to here. Let's move this point up here. I don't know how it's going to get down this bit here, and I can't move the point where I am because my vehicle's in the way. Is that enough to move it? I need this point here to show up. I can't do that while I'm here. Come on. So if we try and cut the grass here so it has more grip, my only concern is obviously this drop here could potentially be a problem. We'll set it back up. I'm going to move forward and get out of this way quickly. I'm hoping that fixes its problem by staying on the grass. No, it's stuck back there now. Right, I might need to push it again through this first bit. By the time we've got this fixed, I'm on about building a road, so it would have taken less time. that's the problem. I didn't think it'd get stuck back there. Okay. Right, a little nudge. Get it moving. On its way. Right, go on. Off you go. Go onto that nice firm grass. I think I've made it dodge the trees. But again, the map can be quite deceiving. Come on. That's a bit of a drop. Go on. Left, 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 left. Go, go, go. Ah, I'm not going to be able to save it. I don't think. I don't know. Nudge it forward. Thing is, if we can get it past this bit, it will start back again past the bit that's the issue. That's the thing. Go, go, no! It tipped over again. Oh, actually, I may have saved it. I may have saved it and then pushed it into a tree. Don't fail. Stay moving. Reverse. Thank you. Left. Go, go, go. Don't get stuck. Ah, oh, don't get stuck in the mud again. Oh, come on. Admittedly, that's not part of the route we set. Don't fail. I can push you out, I think. Don't tip. Oh, no. Oh, I've tipped over. Thought I had it. I'm hoping it starts slightly forward now. It's going to start where we are. Because I think that's the better position it was in, to be fair. Right, go. Or don't. Come on. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. Right, we're nearly there. Come on. Nearly on firm ground, and it's all you. We can leave you alone. Come on. Right, that should now be firm ground. Go. Don't get stuck on firm ground now. I think that's good to go. I think we can leave it alone now. Finally, it is on its way. That was a lot more hassle than I thought it was going to be. Right, back to what we're trying to deal with, which is the chemical spill and getting our vehicle back. Where are we going? I've lost track of where we are. Oh, over here? Yes. Turned the map round so I couldn't see where it was. Right, we're in the scout vehicle. We've got to try and quickly move the Voron out of where it is. How many times can you typically... Well, it's not me rolling this time, at least. You know, like in SnowRunner, we roll the scout vehicle all the time. This time, it's not me rolling it. I'm rolling something else. But yeah, too many times. See? That's how the Voron should have made it across there. Although, actually, that's steeper than you think it is, actually. Looking at how we just got over that, it's a lot steeper than it looks. Let's try that. We've been towing on. Let's see if we can get this forward. Come on. You're going to tell me we can't, aren't you? Even with towing on as well. Nothing, I don't think. I may have failed this with the Voron and we have to go back to the mule. What about reversing? Does that help? It is a lot steeper than you think going across there. You don't know till you're in it. Actually, it is quite steep. Can't even get go backwards, let alone go up. But the route's failed again. Everything is going wrong today, isn't it? Everything is not working the way it should be. Right, I don't understand. Why did you fail there? You're going to tell me it's really muddy here and we didn't notice. Wrong button. I meant to change the camera. It's not that bad. This vehicle is worse than the Wayfarer. Or is it? Is that the Wayfarer? Too small, isn't it? The Wayfarer's longer. I'm sure the Wayfarer's longer than that. But yeah, it's stuck in the mud. Stuck in the mud. To be fair, there isn't that much mud around, I don't think. It just keeps finding it though. Let's go and get a push. I'm not looking forward to it going through the water now though. That's even worse though. But I don't think it's a Wayfarer. It seems too small. But I'm wondering if it is, because the other vehicle I think it possibly could be wouldn't have that much trouble with mud. We've used it ourselves. I don't know. It doesn't look long enough to be the Wayfarer. But I wonder if it is. It's the only vehicle that has this much trouble with mud and off-roading. Even dry stuff it's having trouble with. It just doesn't look long enough to be the Wayfarer. Okay, are we good to go now? Keep going. So I want to see you again. Have fun. Right, it's off and running. We can leave it alone. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm sure we'll be back to it at some point. I think that might be the Wayfarer, you know. I don't know. I could be wrong. Right, back to our joys over here that we're having fun with. So, I don't think we can actually tow this out. I've got a feeling we can't. Yeah, I don't think we're towing this out. I don't think we can get it out from ways at all. I think we call in the mule. It's a lot longer, isn't it? I thought it was. But it's the only thing that gets stuck normally. Right, we'll jump back in the Wayfarer here. Now, there is one already on... Oh, really? It's failed again. This wasn't a one-time route. I don't understand why it's failed there. A bit of water, I suppose. Muddy sand, wet sand, maybe. Let's skirt the quarry. Let's go that way. And then hopefully that'll keep it out of the water and the wet stuff. Hopefully. Try that. Let's have a quick look at it. I don't want to watch it all the way. There should be no need to, but... Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it's the Wayfarer, but it's just not working the way it should. The vehicle, we've got the exact same vehicle and not had that issues with it before. Right, get onto that sand and follow it. Well, in theory, that's the worst of the journey over. In theory. Right, my thinking is we jump to the Wayfarer and we go and pick up everything from that. But we need to get rid of the one that's on board here, only because if we drive it's going to take it away. We can leave it just here and it will collect it when we get the rest of the mission done. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to get to where we need to for here. But let's have a look and see if we can work it out. We know the Wayfarer seems to do better in this sludgy, toxic waste stuff. So, we've got two to pick up here. Both in awkward positions. This one here we possibly can get to from this side, which we can get to by coming out here maybe. And then this one over here, I think that's doable across here. So if we come out with this over to the right hand side, we want to cut right now and cut through that gap there. Ideally, might as well just quickly drive over this debris. There we go. It's failed again. Ah. Why a one-time route tonight? There is nothing wrong with that route. I've always praised the AI in this and said how good the AI is compared to other games when it comes to driving. Farm Simulator was one of the first things I played with AI, which did journeys for you. And over the years, that's improved tremendously. But it's not as good as this AI. Until today. Whereas the AI just wants to keep getting stuck every time we try and do anything. I know that route isn't bad because we've used it ourselves. Give me the spectate. Where are you? The thing is, it's still moving. It's not like it's not moving at all. Every time I get spectate and move, there you go. Okay, I say it's not that bad, actually. That's pretty churned up, to be fair. That's a lot more churned than I thought it was. Yeah, that is a lot more churned up than I was thinking, to be fair. It's not the vehicle's fault fully then, I don't think. But yeah, I thought that wasn't too bad. Right, we have got a cable layer here which can be used to push it. The only other option we've got is instead of that bit there, we put it to the left to try and stay a bit drier route. Let's try that. Yeah, over time this bit's been churned up obviously, and we've not noticed it when we've been using different vehicles, but when we drive them I don't think they're susceptible to getting stuck as they are as an AI. Obviously we've got different things we can use to get out, like hook into a tree and stuff. That doesn't look anywhere near as bad as it. It is wet though, to be fair. On the map it doesn't look that bad, but actually it's not the best looking at it. They could probably do some sand being placed down, but for a one-time route I don't think it's worth the effort. So let's give it a push. This isn't the fastest, but I'm hoping we'll just give it a quick push. This isn't the cable layer actually, this is the... it's failed. This is the stump grinder. So if we can be behind it when it starts, we'll just give it a push through this bit, and then it should be fine. I don't remember it being this bad here. But as I say, we have churned that up over time. We've used this route a lot over the time, but I didn't think it was that bad. Right, I don't know where it's starting. Let's have a look. Go. Obviously this isn't the fastest, so getting in position will take a minute. But all we need to do is just give it a push. There we go. Into the mud it goes, and then we can come behind it. And this is only a one-time route for those that have just joined us. It's not a convoy, it's going to do multiple routes, multiple legs. So for a one-time route, it's just easy to push it sometimes, and then it's job done. But I honestly thought it wouldn't struggle here. I thought it'd be fine. So yeah, it's a lot worse than we thought actually. I think the rain's not helped, and we've used this route quite a bit, but as I say, we're less susceptible to getting stuck than the AI is, to be fair. The AI is being silly today. I'm blaming the AI and not my route planning. And that's the thing. It's probably my route planning. Come on. It's just like it's got no grip anywhere though. It does remind... I know it's not the Wayfarer, looking at it, it's too small. It reminds me of the Wayfarer though. Only likes roads, anything else it doesn't like. We have this vehicle and it's never been this bad. I can remember anyway. We'll know when we can stop pushing because it will suddenly get grip and we zoom away as we're really slow compared to it. So I'm just waiting for it to get away from us because that means we can leave it doing its thing. There we go, you can see now it's got away from us. I'm just going to follow it for a minute because I think it's going to get stuck again here. There we go. We have got a bit of mud coming up that's covered in water, but we drive over with no problems. But knowing how this has been so far, there is a chance we need to come and help it through that as well. But we have a different vehicle there, to be fair, so we can use that instead. Come on. The amount of times we've done this route, I've never had an issue. Come on, up the hill. Zoom away from me. Show me you got some grip. There we go. Now, in theory, I shouldn't have an issue, but I've said that several times so far, and yet I've been wrong every time. I expect to get stuck in the watery mud, but we'll see. I am expecting it. Right, we'll leave it to be for the minute. Let it do its thing. Let's go back to what we were doing, which was making the pig's ear of trying to get to things. Right. Back into the mule. As I say, we just jumped through some debris. We're going to come out over this side over here. So we've got two of these to pick up, both in awkward positions, but with the mule being as good as it is, if we come down this way here and then head left, is my thinking. So follow the road, then head left. We've already got the Voron stuck because we didn't notice a drop that was so dramatic. It got itself stuck in position. Pretty much like that one, to be fair. You don't see them holes until you're in them. That's the problem. Come on. Definitely a lot worse than you see. Okay, can't go that way. Just can't go over that little gap. Let's follow the road a bit more then, maybe. Or what was left of the road. My concern was this is going to be too deep water, but actually it's not too bad. That's why I was trying to go left early, but I didn't need to, I don't think. Right, we'll go for the left-hand side one first, and I think that's going to be the easiest to get to from where we are. So far, the mule's been the only vehicle really that's managed to navigate these waterways. Can't get through between those two. Thought I could squeeze between the two of them, but there's something in the way. I don't want to say it too soon, but the convoy's doing it. I've not got another alert from it yet. Okay. I've not looked at the map, but I think that was the water crossing we needed to do. I think that's navigated now. Or is it still ahead of us? It's ahead of us still. Come on, mule. You can do it. This is the water crossing bit then, I think. Something drops down, doesn't it? It's failed. It failed. What's the betting? It's the water. Yeah, it is the water. Okay. Let's set it off again. It's getting stuck. Right. We need to jump quickly into our scout vehicle that's here and push it. Wow, that's worse than I remember. Has something changed? There is no way this used to be this deep. We used to drive across this with everything. Why does that suddenly look really bad? It never used to be that bad, I swear. That looks like it's drowning. Oh, that's okay. The Malamute's good, but too good. I don't understand why this route is suddenly so bad. Come on. And this is some of the water drained as well. Worst thing is this hasn't actually got that far to go now. We've ended up pushing it most of the way. There we go. Last little bit. Come up the hill. I don't keep meaning to ride it. I'm trying to push it up. The back end's too low for the Malamute, so it keeps going over it. Come on. Don't ride the vehicle, push the vehicle. Push. There we go. Up the hill. Come on. Hopefully that's the last incident we have. But this route, for some reason, is not the route I remember. I don't quite understand why. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Back to the mule. It's not going well today at all. We started today's stream with a container, one of these waste containers that we couldn't even access, pick up, but nothing would touch it. It was bouncing around doing its own thing. So now I'm getting the vehicle stuck. It's been a mission so far. We've got about an hour of the stream left, and we've done 2 main missions. Although we did know these would take time, to be fair. This isn't unexpected time-wise. Just how vehicles are acting is unexpected. Has there been an update that I've not seen? And it's changed things maybe? I don't know. I swear that route was never that bad. I don't know what's changed. Okay, the container raft was just here. So that's the container. Obviously we need to get on the back of us. I'm expecting it to don't get damaged and break. It's one of those things. Not overly worried if it does it. We can keep it in one piece. We'll try, and we guarantee it's not going to happen. There we go. I dropped it. Okay. Cargo strap. So the other one we need to get to now is there. Now I think potentially we can get across here. Only other way I can see is over this bit, and I don't really want to go back over there. It's whether or not we can make it across this bit here, because that looks dodgy and deep. It's because I'm not driving the vehicle. Is that why it's worse than what it seemed? Annoyingly, we'd have to go all the way back round to get to there. Otherwise, there is a route here potentially, but for us, we'd have to. I don't think we're going to make it over. That just doesn't look doable there. So I think we need to go back on ourselves here, then come across. I think we have to go all the way back across here maybe, and then come across from here. I think that's our only real route. Yeah, there's no point risking it. I don't think we're going to get across that water. There's no way it's shallow enough for us to make it. This one's nearly destroyed as we expected. It's not even strapping down properly. Can't put straps on. There we go. It will come loose. There we go, it's loose again. No, 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 no. Don't drown, don't drown. See, some of these holes, you don't notice how bad they are until it's too late. But I think the mule is definitely now the best vehicle for the job, considering the other one's constantly getting stuck. Okay. Let's just double check where we're heading here. So, I think we need to head back across this bit here and down. There's no way of getting across there. I still think we're building bridges for some of these, because I don't see how we're going to get to them otherwise. But we'll get to that shortly, I'm sure. How deep that is. No. I don't know how I'm not drowned it. It just suddenly drops away and it's too late once you're already in that position. And this is us trying not to risk it either. That's the thing. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Just got to keep going forward sometimes and then you get away with it. Okay. Is this the bit we saw as the crossing? I think it was. I'll have a look at the map in a sec. Okay. So, yeah, this was the crossing we saw and thought doable. Is that route? The route's done. It made it. Yay! Don't worry about it anymore. It made it. Why has that still got money remaining? Is that not? Is that route running or is it not running? I've got a feeling this route isn't running here. I know we keep getting things say mission complete, but it just seems to. The money's not going down. We'll keep an eye on that. So that's 1400 and 3300. We'll check again in 5 minutes. I just want to see if they are dropping. If not, we may have the issue where we need to keep resetting them. Right, we need to get to that middle bit. This was the crossing point on the map, but I don't think that's doable now. I think we've got to go this way. Again, if we can just get there, a bit of power, so when the nose drops, we still go forward. As long as the nose then pops out, we're okay. It's just having that power and not getting stuck along the way. Look how deep this is. This may be a really bad decision. The lack of grip is a bit of a concern here. The only other way is that little bit over here to kind of try and jump across there. Maybe that is the way. I don't know. How much grip have we got? I think once we get going forward, we just go for it. This may be a really bad decision. Rise up. The nose isn't. Rise up where the grass is. Rise up. We are struggling for grip, which isn't a good thing when we're about to go nose deep and we need speed. I don't think we're getting across there. No. And the Voron's been really good in this stuff. And now it's struggling. We're saying that. How close we to have a tuft of grass. So, That's what I was afraid of, the drop down there. We've not got enough speed to get across once we get stuck there. So yeah, I think we've got to play this a bit safer. Head back. And we'll have to go a bit further around, I think. No matter how much I want to get this done, I also don't want to mess it up and have to get something else out here to rescue us. So I think we're best off playing it a little bit safer. And that's maybe a little bit too much trying to get across there. Admittedly, we could just build bridges, but because of how long that's going to take, we're trying not to do that. Although I think we won't have a choice shortly. Right, if we get further along here, this is where we're going to be heading across here then, where this grass is popping out. Because we kind of know then the ground isn't too far away. So the nose shouldn't sink down that much, as long as we stay where the grass tufts are, essentially. Left onto that tuft. We've got to come back this way yet as well, that's the thing. And we've probably degraded the route by driving on it anyway. So it may be harder to come back, we shall see. We're nearly there. Come on. Up on the grassy bank. Okay. Kind of hit something. Problem is as well, you can't see anything that's under the water. So if you get stuck on something, you can't see it. Right, there's the one we're after. So let's go and chuck it in the back anyway. I literally will just chuck it in the back. I'm not fussed about the 100% damage. These things have been a nightmare from start to finish. Okay. I've got a feeling the straps are going to come undone at some point. But we've got both of them now on. We now need to head back to the waste station. And I think we just need to go back the way we came. Rather than risk trying to cut across, let's go back the way we came here. At some point we'll need to recall the Vor one where it's stuck. Okay, they're both being damaged here. Even when they're strapped down, they still get damaged. And why don't we strap? There we go. Left, left, left. Can't turn left. Okay, might have to change the angle of approach. It's not letting us turn left there like we want to. To the right and then to the left. There we go. Amount of times I'm trying to strap that up. I think the tree root here is catching us. Hence why we couldn't get across, but we should be okay now. Come on, we came this way. We should be able to get back across this way. We didn't know though we'd degraded the route by coming across it the first time. So it was always potentially difficult going this way. Come on, nearly there. One thing with this is you rely on the speed if the nose drops. If you don't have the speed in the first place and the nose drops, you're in trouble. Right, again, we've got to be careful here not to slide or roll, which is always a concern going at this angle. Don't go in. Keep going, keep going. Okay. We're okay. Just. So all we're going to do now is get both of these two there. We might actually get one there in some sort of condition without being damaged fully, but I doubt it. There's a few more bumps coming up yet. Okay. Let's just double check where we are positioning wise and how we're getting across. So we're trying to head back up here, essentially. There is a bit of a crossing here we've got to deal with, which we came across this way, so we know it's doable, to be fair. I think this was the way we came, was it not? Up we go, we're okay. That's what I mean when you get the nose down. As long as you're still moving forward, you can actually get yourself out of it. Okay, where's the road up? Just along here. We may actually get one there without it being fully damaged the way it's going. Avoid the last few bumps. We'll get some bonus rewards. Knock the trees down. Up we go. Come on. Up. There we go. We may actually get this one with some extra rewards on top. As long as I don't hit anything now. At least we can say we got one there with the bonuses. Yeah, we've got 33% left. Mission complete. Yay! Right. They were still the easy ones. There's still harder ones to do here. Okay, let's have a look. So yeah, this one's going down, this one isn't. I'm just going to quickly reset this one. And set him back out. Just because I think there's an issue with vehicles resetting. We've had it previously. It's not the end of the world. Right. We've still got this side mission to do, locate and secure hazardous barrels. Now, I really don't want to go and do that, admittedly, because them three are in a nightmare position. This one especially. We're building a bridge. I don't see another way of getting to that one other than using a bridge. That's just mad, that one. Although in person it may look easy, but currently I don't think it will be. But the annoying thing is we've got to get stuff there to build a bridge with. It's not the easiest place to get stuff. I say that actually. We have got a coastal base there, so it's not too bad. So that's the side mission still to do. Main mission though, we got to deliver chemicals, which means picking these up from there and delivering them. That's easily done. This one, a little bit harder. We need a crane. We have got a vehicle here. I think this was the vehicle that it's been using for deliveries. That's been a rubbish. I think it is that one, whereas we've not had a problem with it. But that needs to pick up containers there, but it hasn't got a crane, so we need to go and get a crane there. Small one would be fine. It's just not the easiest place to get to. But I think, since we've already done the convoy, let's do this one. I think this is a Wayfarer. I've just seen what vehicle it is. No. Although actually this should be okay. So, we've already done the infrastructure route. This was the one we pushed around and got there eventually. We now need to deliver a vehicle. The water treatment plant is another source of hazardous chemicals. Your mission is to facilitate their removal. Create a route from the old pump station to the main building to load the chemicals onto the truck. Once you've secured the cargo, transport it to a storage facility. We're driving this truck from here to there. Now that actually is really simple. I was thinking it's going to be really difficult because obviously it's the Wayfarer, but it's actually all road. So we've got all the chemicals on board. So let's get this done. This is the worst vehicle in the game, but because it's all on road, it shouldn't be that bad. I'll say this now. And at least it's another mission complete then. I think we've done roughly 4 missions today so far. I think maybe one side and 3 main, I want to say. I know we started on 85% today. So we'll see. We're out at the end. We've only got one stream of RoadCraft this week, mainly because I've got hospital on Thursday, and RoadCraft would have been on again. And if you haven't seen, we've also started Ghosts of Yotai. That started last week. We streamed yesterday. Ghosts of Yotai is live again tomorrow morning and Friday morning as well. I really want to push this vehicle out of the way, but I know it's going to mess it up, and it's still doing its thing. We need these infrastructure routes to finish with all the rewards. Otherwise they stay on there, and that means we wouldn't 100% it. Although infrastructure previously hasn't counted towards your percentage, only main and side missions have. So in some ways it doesn't matter if they haven't fully finished. the main and side missions is that important. More so making sure the side missions are all done before you finish off that final main mission. Because it acts like you finished the map even if there's a side mission remaining. So, as I say, this journey is really simple. Cross the bridge, down the road we built, and then we're there. It's always nice to get the simple ones out of the way sometimes. I don't know what to do about them containers in the water. I can see it being so difficult to get to. We have got lots of logs laying around that if we wanted to use them we could to build a bridge. Which means picking them up from places like here and taking them all the way there. It may just be easier to use the crayfish to cut down trees near to it if we have to build a bridge. And then just get the crayfish to drop off the logs as we go. Took that a little bit wide, the trailer got caught because it went off like slightly there. I would blame the rain, but it was actually my driving that was the problem there. Okay, just about there with this one. As I say, fairly simple. The annoying thing is, I complain about the Wayfarer all the time, and I've not been able to show how bad it is. Because it's got that absolutely fine because we haven't really have to go off-road. Which is a little bit frustrating, just because I know how bad it is. There we go, mission complete. I'm still a little bit worried about that the sand quarry still being facility mission. Because it doesn't seem to be running. Oh, it's because it's stuck. Why has it not told me it's stuck? Admittedly, that's not a bridge we've built. That's a bridge... It's not said it's failed though, but it's failed. Because it's not going to get out there. Is that a bridge we built? It might be actually. It's because my corner here is too tight. I wonder how many times it's tried getting across there. And instead of actually failing, it just keeps trying. Because it's not finished. What we'll do... That's a different convoy, that one. What we'll do... Oh, no, it's working now. Look, it's made it. I can't cancel route while it's going, though. But I need to move this one. So let that one finish, and then I'll quickly move that slightly to the right, and that should be good to go again. It's not like we need too many more trucks, to be fair, but I want to make sure it's done before we finish fully on the map. But yeah, that's why it's taken so long then. Instead of failing, though, it keeps trying to make it. Right, that one's done. I'm going to cancel it quickly, just so I can fix this issue. Now we know it's an issue. Just got to come slightly that way. Off he goes. Right, back to what we're doing. Chemicals, chemicals, or chemicals. I think this one here we can do really quickly and simply. We just need to get a vehicle to it, load it up, job done, off we go. That's fairly simple. There's 3 containers. One's already damaged and we haven't even gotten anywhere near it yet. So I don't quite understand why one's already damaged. We're going to go back to roadside base here. We're going to grab the Voron, which is currently stuck. So we may as well pull it out now and use it. And then it just saves us to retrieve it later. Where are you, Voron? We could use the Trailblazer, but it's better off where it is, I think. Have I gone past it? No, I haven't. There we go. Retain the Voron. Deploy the Voron. And we know how good the Voron is anyway. It just didn't like that kind of toxic area. But yeah, a bit bad that one of these is already damaged and we've not actually touched it. It's been loaded onto the map damaged, which is a bit unfair. So there we go. So this is a water treatment plant that we put down previously. It's one of the mobile ones. And now it's done its thing and you can see that it's got rid of the toxic spillage. We just need to go and grab the cargo it's produced, which is the waste toxic stuff, and we just need to take it to our waste centre. And that'll be job done. As I say, this should be fairly simple. I've just gone past the opening. I say that as I missed the turn. But other than dodging the tree stumps, because we've had to come through here a few times with all different vehicles to get this into where it's got to go, We cut down the trees previously, as that was a mission to clear the area. There's still trees laying around that we could use if we need to. The hardest bit with this, I think, is getting close to these, because they are going to be quite low down, I think. There we go. Although, actually, it shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to get right up to them. Yeah, should be fine. As I say, I'm expecting these to break. I'm not expecting us to do this and get any of them 100%, because we know how bad these things are. And one's already 66% anyway. We'll load them up, we'll strap them down, and then we'll go from there. But I'm fully expecting them to break at some point. I kind of want to lay it down, but I know if I do that, it will damage it even more. There we go. Even dropping it down like that damaged it. And all we're doing is slowly lowering it to the bed. So that's why I'm not expecting us to do miracles with these. I think this is the other 100% one. It's rocking around and we're not even touching it. I hate these things with a passion. I've just knocked the one over. There we go. They're not completely damaged, but they're damaged. So did that, doesn't it? Hit on the front of the vehicle. That doesn't help it, does it? Give me the other one to pick up. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I didn't. Should have been a bit more careful than that, to be fair. Well, I did want them laying down, to be honest, and we've managed to get that happen without meaning to. Okay, they're all strapped in. I expect the straps to come off at some point. There we go, straps are off. I didn't even move anywhere, I just lowered the anchor. Okay. So we're heading straight back to the water treatment plant, which we've just been to with the others. So we're just going to navigate out of here with all the tree stumps. Ideally turn around as well. There we go. I've just lost one. A bump we couldn't even avoid. This is why I'm not too fussed about the percentage. These are a nightmare. I still don't think this is the hardest map. There's been so much to do on this one, infrastructure wise and everything else, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as Deluge. I found Deluge annoying, and there was another one as well I thought we found really difficult, but more so because of the problems you have with mud, more so than actually the missions itself and the story. I think the only downside to this story for this one is you don't have Kelly talking about it with you, which I think is definitely a miss on their part. Right, I'm still facing them. Yeah, we need to turn. There is a tree to watch out for behind us, and obviously stumps as well. All three are 33%. If they stay that, then it'd be a miracle, to be fair. Especially when we're crossing the train line in a second. That's going to be a bump in itself. There you go. All three failed as we crossed the train line there. Right. There we go. Yeah, they all got the final damage from the train line. Now we don't have to worry though, because they're all damaged. So now we just need to get them there. So they will now stay. The strap shouldn't break anymore either. And it's the same route we just did with the Wayfarer, to be honest. We're just got a slightly different bridge as the first crossing. It was near enough the same route. So we can take a shortcut through here. And then we head left down there onto the road. And then it's the next right hand turn to go up. Now again, we've got to watch out for convoys. They will just drive straight into us. So we're going to keep an eye out for those. Cross this next bridge. There's one convoy that's gone past ahead of us. And we're going across this bridge straight ahead of us here. And this is back onto the road we made a while back. I think the hardest thing about this map has been not knowing how to move these bridges, because originally none of these bridges were in the positions and we tried to move them with the scout winches and nothing happened. So I assumed or thought that a mission later on would make them move. No, turned out we needed to use a heavy crane. We didn't find that until quite late on, and we found other ways of getting to places without using them. But having the bridges now in the positions makes a massive difference. Right, we're nearly back, and this will be mission complete as well. So I think it's 5 maybe we've done today, potentially. Maybe 6, I don't know. But as I say, we started at 85% this morning, so hopefully we'll be able to see a different percentage when we finish. Okay, we actually need to it was not accepting one of them. May need to manually unload these. No, there we go, it's done it. I weren't sure if it'd recognise them all. But that is mission complete. See if anything else pops up. I don't think it will. Job done there. Okay. Another mission complete. Them two are still running. So, main mission, remove the hazardous waste in the western facility. This is a place it's going to be a pain to get to. We already have vehicles there, but no crane. We can come through the water here with them once we have them on board. And then it's a case of we head north or south. Obviously, it's a bit of a journey to get back here to deliver them, but it's doable. And if we get a crane here, that's our cable layer. We can just use this rather than using a mule or something like that. But it's getting something there to lift them up. There's a one-way bridge. The bridge here you can travel on, but you can't go back on it as it drops down, as it's a broken bridge. We can use this bit here. Now I'm just trying to work out what our best bet is. Our nearest base to here is probably over this way. This one here. It's what vehicle do we really want? Do I just take a small crane and do it that way, or do I just take the Voron or the mule or something and pick them up that way and ignore the vehicles there? I think if we've got to drive a vehicle there no matter what, I'm probably just best ignoring that vehicle that's there and taking like the mule or the Voron. I think what we'll do, we'll take over the mule. We haven't used the other mule today. We've used the new one, or new skin of it essentially, but does add stats. And we'll take the old mule just to give it a run out. So the mule T1, I don't actually know where this is. So let's retain it and deploy it. So we now need to drive all the way past the port until we get to this area, and then across. Where do we go? Oh, across here and then through the water there. It's not too bad a route from where we are. Then it's getting to where we need to go is the other issue. But it's a bit of a drive just to get there. Not that one. That's an excellent exit. But then this will be another main mission complete. And then there is still that one side mission to do. And I'm pretty sure there'll be 2 or 3 more main missions yet to do as well that haven't shown up yet. I remember I think we had, I want to say 9 left to do at the start of the morning. 9 main missions I think it said. And we've probably done 4 or 5. I should really track my missions, shouldn't I? That's generally helpful if you track the mission you do. But the reason I didn't want to use the mule, the other version of the mule, was because where it is now is actually a useful position. So that can stay where it is for the minute, because we may need to use that for the other side mission potentially. I haven't quite worked out how we're going to get to that middle one. I think a bridge, I think that's the only real option, is to build a bridge. Even a temporary one, just to go and grab it. Maybe a best bet. Okay. So we're driving past the port after we head across this bridge, and then we'll wait till we get to the water bit, and that's where our crossing is. It's quite a discreet crossing, so we've got to make sure we don't miss the turn. So far so good. So we've managed to get one of these actually to the location we're dropping them off at without being fully destroyed for the first time, which is always a bonus. So past the port, it's on the right hand side. I think the best bet is to come back this way and go round to Warm May and go across from there, rather than trying to go up to the concrete facility around. I don't know which route's quicker, but I think that would be a better option. So this is the muddy wet area. We need to cross this, and then we've actually got a crossing to go across. I do need to check where that is though. So we're looking at this crossing here essentially. It's not the easiest one to get to, but that is our way across. It looks worse than what it is on the map, to be fair. Originally there was a tree blocking this route, but we did manage to get rid of that previously. Come on, up you go. This is the other reason we didn't want to just take a great crane there, because the crane itself could get stuck on the way, and then you've then got to send a second vehicle to rescue that. Generally, if we use it, so like the mule or the worm, it can rescue itself 9 times out of 10. There's a few occasions, it can't, like earlier, with the boar stuck in a hole. Generally, it can get itself out of trouble. Now, we have done this route, but we've seen routes today that shouldn't be as bad as they are. So, we'll see. My concern is more the nose end going under. It's been very entertaining so far. Hey, it has been, yeah, it's been tricky. It's had its moments. Some of the things that I didn't think would be that bad have been worse than what I thought they'd be. Okay, we've kind of hit a certain angle, it seems. Come on. Slightly to the right. Come on. Let's say we've done this route many a time, and this hasn't really been that tricky. We even had a big crane here at one point. I don't know if the map's changed or what, because it doesn't. For some reason, the routes today are worse than they normally are. I don't know if over time they're just degraded, which is possible because that's what happens, or what's going on. But definitely having a harder time getting to places than we normally do. Admittedly, all that waste area was always going to be tricky. But even that crossing there generally isn't that bad. Today it just wants to be annoying. I think that's what it is. Okay, we've got to try and avoid the stumps here and the loose trees that are still here. We're heading down. There we go. And this is what we're picking up. 3 more of these. We know we're going to fail 1 or 2 of them at least, but we'll just do what we can. I'm expecting damage just because we know what these are like. We get damage just trying to put them in the bed of the vehicle, to be fair. Or going across a bump. I'm trying to put it down gently. There we go. Tried. That's already damaged a little bit. So's that one. And now I can't pick that one up. I think that's the thing with this. I like the fact there is that added difficulty of trying to get the bonus rewards, but at this stage, the bonus rewards aren't really worth it. Because the XP that they give you is tiny, but also, if you've completed everything on the other maps in the base game, you should be max level. Which means XP means nothing at this point. Again, just trying to put it down gently. Didn't like that at all. So I do think the bonus rewards are kind of less needed. I do like the fact it's doing it to make you try and be careful, but the fact that you go over a bump and they fail and they break doesn't really help you. I like the fact that and I didn't realise this originally when we was doing things by the crash train, and we were doing deal with debris there, and these things kept dropping off. And I didn't know why. Crazy Irishman told us, or suggested that the toxic waste that's inside them was destroying the road that we're using, or the train in that way, and it made complete sense. But this is where I think Kelly needs to be and tell you these things. It's the road over time. I think maybe, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of has made the routes worse. And as we know, that is a feature in the game itself. The routes do erode over time. The more they're used, the worse they get. Hence why building roads is more sustainable. Trying to strap them all down, but there we go. It's not letting me strap one of them. Right, there's a tree stump I've got to try and avoid. There we go. They're not likely to fall out in a minute. If they're strapped, they don't roll around as much, but it's not liking all of them being strapped. So they're all down to 33%. I expect that to get to zero very quickly. The only good thing to zero is it means the straps no longer break. But yeah, Crazy Irishman was the one who suggested that the reason that they break away is because of the chemical that's inside them destroying whatever they're strapped down by. That makes complete sense. It's just annoying. As I say, if the rewards aren't worth it, it doesn't matter if they break. That's the thing. It doesn't affect 100%. It doesn't affect money really, because you should have enough by now. Even buying every vehicle, there's still plenty of money left over. And if you've completed the base game, none of it's important anymore. So it does make the extra rewards for trying to be careful pointless, admittedly. But in a way, it's good they're pointless, because it's a pain in the butt to even achieve them. We're going to go right here. They're not fully destroyed yet, but I've got a feeling they will be once we get over here. These routes are getting harder to travel on. Which is, yeah, I think we're right, and I think they've just eroded. The more we've used them, the worse they've got. There's a few areas that if we have to use more of, we're going to have to put sand down, I think. I think it helps also, some of our vehicles like the Mule, the Voron, are really good on these kind of terrains. But we probably don't notice it as much when we're using these vehicles. When you're using stuff like the heavy transporter, which isn't as good in this kind of terrain, you do notice it a lot more. So I think the fact we're using vehicles that deal with this terrain really well means we've maybe not noticed it over time, but actually it's been getting bad for a while maybe. Come on, it's just a little bit of an up. Again, like this, over time we've eroded this by using this cut through, and it means it's getting a bit deeper, so every time we try and get out of it, getting a bit more stuck. We managed it, but yeah, each time it's just a little bit worse. The route's still continuing, that's good. Now after this main mission, in theory, we'll get a new main mission, which could be potentially one of the last ones of the map. Does mean we need to get other side mission done first, which is the reason I've not done it, is because I really don't want to. But we need to find a way. I'm just not sure what that way is just yet. I think a bridge is probably our only option. And it'd be nice to use the trees, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I think we're better off just using the crayfish and chop trees and drop them in the build zone. I think it's the only way. We did this previously on one of the previous maps. It may have been the last base game map. We actually built a bridge just to go and deliver something to a point. To deliver or pick something up from. And that was the only reason we built the bridge, was just to drive across the water. It worked. I think that's what we're going to do again. It's just, it's time that you could use elsewhere for something you're going to use once. That's what I begrudge a little bit. I don't mind spending time doing something if we're going to use that route more and more. I put in the sand down and building roads and things, or extending the roads further than what it wants you to. That helps us long term. When you're going to use it once, It's a little bit annoying. And our bridge ladders won't reach it. There's no way the 12 metres long enough. So I think it is down to us to build a wooden bridge, get across, pick up what we need to. Job done. Okay, from here we need to head... which way are we going? I was thinking Warmade, but actually we don't want to. We want to go right here. We're basically heading back to our facility here. And then along this route, the one that the vehicle was stuck on, and use that all the way down here, then come round and then across. That is our quickest route from where we are. And I think that's quicker than going north and then back round. We're still going to do the same thing, we're going north. But it'd be interesting to see if this gets stuck as much as the other vehicle did, going the same route. Because that's what we're going to do, we're going to end up going the same way. And we saw how bad it was and we had to push the vehicle a lot of the time. So if this struggles, it is a sign that the road itself is eroded. And that's why it struggles, which kind of answers the question. So it'd be interesting to see what the route is like for us in the Mule T1. Well, I'm amazed they haven't broke again yet, these containers either. I'm not trying to break them, but I'm surprised they haven't bounced around a bit more than they have. So we follow this road back round, and then we go to the quarry. Instead of heading right to our garage, we'll head left instead onto the sand that we put there previously, and then go from there. Just go around the edge of the water here. We're going for time. Oh wow, we've only got about 15 minutes left, to be fair. How did they not break there? They should have broke there, surely. Them straps must be really tight for the first time ever. But yeah, 15 minutes or so left of the stream. We should get this mission done. I think we're going to be around 90% complete after today. As I say, there is that side mission still to do. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more main missions yet, based on what we had left this morning. So this is struggling as well, to be fair. It's nowhere near as bad as the other vehicle was struggling, but this is struggling. So I think it is over time the road itself has eroded the more we've used it, but our vehicles, we just haven't noticed it as much. I think because we're driving, so you can adjust to the different things, but also the vehicles we're using are really good. That could be why I've not noticed it as much. But yeah, definitely struggled more than I remember there. If we were using that route much more, I'd say stand it all. But because we're this close to finishing the map, I don't really think there's a need to. If we still had a long way to go, then yes, we would. I think that would be the only real sensible option. But this close to the end, I don't think we need to. Right, over the first of our 2 waterways. We put the sand here quite early on because we know we were using this route quite a lot. And we always intended to come back and put a road there, but then when we got the pumping station working, the water level dropped, there was no real need for the road. Sand worked just fine. Okay, this is also the bit the other vehicle got stuck in quite a lot. It went quite deep in the end. Let's see how we go. So this is roughly the same bit the other vehicle got stuck at, but we had to give a little push. It wasn't as bad as the other vehicle had it, but you can see the difference. Again, we would sand that if we were using it more than we were going to now. At this point, there's no real need to. But we're up over the other side. We just need to double check which way we're going from here, but I think it's to the right. Wait till we get to a junction and we'll have a look. Pretty sure we're heading to the right though. Right, junction coming up ahead of us. Let's have a look. So, over here, over the small bridge here, and then we want to head left underneath the bridge until we get to the bridge we built there, the concrete one, and then we're done with this mission. Fairly simple. Can we keep them all at 33%? That's the big question. I think it's going to depend on the angle we take this bridge at, to be fair, because that's going to be a bit of a bounce. I will go a little bit slowly. I think if we can keep it at 33, that's still good. So we'll go a little bit slowly over. I think for the first time ever, them straps are tight. They never normally are. Hence why every bump normally damages them. And then they come loose. Left here or not left? Yeah, left here, under the bridge. Kind of got close now to delivery point. I kind of want to get these there without fully damaging them, so I'm being a little bit more careful. Let's see if we can get them there at 33%. I would have loved to have got at least one of them there with 100%, but I don't think it's going to be doable with the final ones because of where they are. We want to be heading straight through the water. Hoping this isn't worse than what it has been previously. We've seen how things are degrading. Should be doable. Again, the ideal thing will be to put a load of sand down here. But what's left, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think there's going to be much new infrastructure road-wise for us to build on any route, really. Sand maybe. There aren't just places we may have to sand just so we can make it, and if there's any more convoys, we may have to deal with things that way, but I think most of it we're going to be able to do ourselves. It really depends what these final missions are. It's annoying there's also, we're losing a streaming day to the hospital this week. Because I'd love to just crack on with this and get this first map of the two maps of the DLC done. But it's a little bit frustrating. Don't really have a choice though. It's part of the SCS pathway, so I've got to go. So we find out a bit more about what's going to happen going forward. I think we can get up this way around. Actually, no, I don't think. Yeah, we can. Head left here. We may need to unload one of these because one's further back than the other two. It may not accept that one of them's there. The mule meets the mule. Look at that. Yeah, it may not accept the back one. In fact, it's not accepting any of them. I think I need to unload them all. This is where we're going to lose the 33%, I reckon. Right, if I need to unload them all, what we're going to do is park side on, I think. There we go. I've got a feeling we put these on the floor, these are when we're going to give more damage. We shall see. We'll try and be gentle. I would like to obviously get the bonus for the ones that we've managed to get here with what's left of them. Right, slowly does it. Right, one is, oh no, it's fully damaged. In fact, they're all saying damaged now. The others haven't moved, but yeah, it said they were 33% and now they're nothing. If that's the case, I'll just drop them down. If I don't have to worry about the damage anymore, we'll just drop them. I don't know how the others got fully damaged though, we didn't do anything. Okay, I think one's not in the circle enough. Yeah, this one over here. There we go, mission complete. What is next is the big question. If you go for the platinum, there's one map where you have to build a bridge just to get a trophy. Oh, really? Is there? I've not. Like I say, we haven't really looked at trophies, to be fair. I don't know if platinum's doable or not. Same as when you pick up in a bag into what you picked up before. That's true. So I've just seen your comments, guys. Apologies for the delay in that. But yeah, I've not really looked at trophies, to be fair. Now, I don't think another mission showed up, did it? It did show up. Here we go. 2 new missions. So we've still got the side mission for the hazardous barrels still to go and collect, and we've got 2 more. Repair the Southern Railway. So over here, we've got to clear the area of all the fallen debris And then I'm assuming we'll have to go on some railway track, which is a pain because it's normally really long, and deliver it there by the looks of things. So that is one mission to do to finish off the map. Ah, really? Deliver the chemicals to the designated location. So we've got the final step in this operation: transport the chemicals out of here. The most delicate cargoes are packed onto a separate truck. Deliver it to the designated location with the rest of the waste as plan the route. So there is a convoy here. We'll have to have a look where it's going. That's a wayfarer, and on it has got the most hazardous chemicals, and we need to deliver that from there to the machine yard. That's not too bad a route, to be fair. I think we're going to need this bridge being built. From what we've got to do, I think we're going to have to build that bridge, because otherwise it's a long route round. Whereas if we built this bridge here, it'd be really quick and easy. So I think we'll build that bridge. We're going to need concrete for it, ideally, and we can either make that. We'll need find some concrete laying around, and this map has been quite bad for finding concrete to recycle to make slabs. I do get that you guys would rather me look after myself. I get that. That's not what I meant, to be fair. The appointment on Thursdays with the SCS Pathway team. And after the physio told us that actually they're still going ahead despite the concerns with the back. This meeting, in my mind, is going to either confirm or say no to that. And it's that worry at the minute. Because it's all well and good the physio saying they're going ahead still and ignoring her recommendation. But it's rare for them to ignore a recommendation. So this meeting, because I didn't know that we needed another one. I thought it was all done bar physio. This could be her saying, no, we're chucking you off and you're not having it. Or it could be, yes, you're having it. This is what we think is when. It's one of the two. That's my issue. I'd rather still be playing RoadCraft, to be fair, than go to it. But I know I don't have a choice. And I get that you guys do care. So we either need to find concrete to recycle to make this bridge. I don't think it's going to be big. Let's have a look how much we need. Always do a wide bridge. I hate the slim ones. So it's not bad, actually. 5 slabs. Now, actually, there is a bit of a cheat to this, because we have some slabs, don't we, in there. I think it's 4. I think there's 4 slabs there for that little bit there that we don't need again, I don't think. How long we got? We've got 5 minutes. Let's see if we can quickly do this now. I think there's only 5 there. What I'm going to do is quickly chuck in the Voron from where the mule will do. Doesn't matter which one we use for this. But we're going to quickly drive there over the bridge that we've already built using them slabs, because that's why the slabs are there. They're a temporary bridge for when we first started the map. We just haven't really had to put another bridge in place. And we're not going to need to now, I don't think. So let's quickly move those and we can use them for our bridge. We may be one short. So we will need either to buy a concrete slab or recycle some concrete, which has been very few and far between on the map. It's been quite difficult to find concrete to use, to be fair, to make the slabs themselves. We did previously for the bridge we just crossed over. We brought them once, to be fair. But yeah, we can quickly get these ones on board, and if we need to use this, we can always get another small bridge vehicle and use that maybe. But I think there's only 4 here. I think we are going to be one short. But making 1 isn't as bad as making 5. Right, come on, lift up. I can't lift them. That's weird. Why can't I lift them? Ah, I think it's trying to grab the... Is it the one underneath? No. I can't lift these up. Oh, there we go. I think the amount of times we've driven over these, we've obviously really got them stuck in the hole from driving over them so many times. Wow. But yeah, there's only 4, annoyingly. May have to have a look and see if there's one laying around elsewhere, just to save us the time of making one. Up we go. There we go. But yeah, we've driven over these so many times. It's probably just forced them in more than they were already. Okay, swing around. Another one done. There we go, up we come. Just buy one, exactly, we could just buy one to be fair. It's the actual place where you buy them is a little bit out of the way, but it's not that bad really. But we're not going to be able to plan a route without that bridge in place. Well, we can, but it would be worse. It's just a case of buying one of these to finish off the bridge, it makes more sense. Come on, flick up. Flick. There we go. Right, we'll get these 4 delivered and then we're going to be out of time for this morning, but we'll get these in place first. And then we know we just need to go and get one more. And then we are on the end point of this map. The only thing we've got to do, and really before we do any more of the main missions, we need to get that side mission done. The one where we've got to go and get the barrels, which I really don't want to do. But I don't think we've got a choice. That is kind of needing to be done really before we finish off these main missions. Just so we've done them all. I think that is the final side mission, in all honesty, but we'll have to double check. So to deliver these, we need to head left across the mini bridge. We put there down to the bottom and then take a right. So as I say, we'll finish off by getting these delivered. We'll have a look at our percentage. We started today at 85% complete. I'm expecting 90 something, knowing that we've only got a few more missions still to go. And we are ever so close to finishing the first of the DLC maps. I haven't really looked at timings in terms of maps. I don't really know if this map's taken longer than the others, or I know we've lost a bit of streaming time because of half term and stuff. So maybe it's felt like this map's taken longer, but we haven't actually had as many streams that we've done it in. Just destroyed the quarter loop. So yeah, maybe it hasn't taken as long as it seems. But because we lost half term, it seems longer than maybe it was. I don't know. I'm half hoping there's a slab laying around here, but I don't think there is. Okay, that's 4 of the 5 slabs delivered. We just need one more to complete that bridge. I'm pretty sure there isn't one laying around. Let's just double check. So we're looking for a grey, ideally. And a flat grey piece would tell us there's a slab there. And there is a small chance there may be one laying around. It's a very small chance. But we have found beams and stuff previously. So it is possible, but I don't think it is. It's definitely not a 5th one over here. So there is concrete there that can be recycled, but it's miles away from the concrete plant. But yeah, I'm not seeing one over this way. Concrete plant, I don't think there's any on the floor waiting to be taken out. No, the ones we've used have gone. So that's metal to be recycled there. Over here, there's metal, there's some stuff to sell, yellow ones. No, none there either. Backup station over here. No, some cable things to sell, but that's it. Got a garage over this way. Again, some metal, some things to sell, but no grey. I don't think there is any laying around then. I think it is a case of buy or recycle. And as I say, recycling is a problem, mainly because it's been very few and far between where we can actually get concrete from to recycle. We did some very early on, and then we've struggled to find any more. Now I've noticed some appearing when we've drained the water from areas, but a lot of that is away from where we need to be. But yeah, I don't think there is one laying around, annoyingly. Let's have a look over here quickly. There's a load of concrete there actually to recycle. That might be worth doing. Lots of metal to recycle, but not concrete. And even that would only get us 1 or 2 slabs. A bit more concrete there as well. It's not a major amount compared to other maps where we've got loads of concrete before. Loads of metal and tyres that down there. Again, metal, things to sell. No concrete. I think they're concrete that can be recycled there as well. You gotta look really hard sometimes to find these things. But yeah, I don't think there's any more concrete laying around anywhere. Or not ones we can just take as slabs themselves. So to buy one, we'll have to buy one from over here at the construction depot, which is doable. It's not an issue buying one. But from there, we need to get it across. To be fair, it's not that bad a journey, really. Not now a lot of the infrastructure's in place, to be honest. It seems worse, but it's not. So I'm sure we can get a vehicle there, pick one up, then we're just going to drive it through Pilekey, past the sand quarry, over the bridge, and then we finish the bridge there. Job done. Just like one final look to see if there's any laying around before we leave and go to look at percentages. There isn't one laying around in the port, is there? Lots of metal. Because if you're going to find one somewhere, it'd be here, I would have said. Or the train yard, potentially. And if it's sod's law, there's one that we need, that we could use. I'm not seeing anything, to be fair. No. It's all metal. No, there's not one sitting on a train that we can take. There's a load of concrete there that can be recycled. It's the first time I've spotted that, to be fair. I hadn't noticed that was there before. Lots of stuff down there. But yeah, no, I don't think there is one laying around, annoyingly. Would have been so handy if there was, to be fair. But no, I don't think there is one laying around. Just those 4 at the start that were laying there that we used. Yeah, there's nothing there. From the wife, just buy one. Yeah, we'll buy one. It's fine. As I say, the something we'll have to do next time as we're out of time. Let's go and have a look at percentage then, as we are getting a lot closer to being done. Before we do, actually, hang on. How are the 2 infrastructure ones going? Oh, that's the new one. This one more run, and that's done. And that's got a few more runs before that's done. Okay. So they're both still running and both nearly done. So that's 2 infrastructure missions nearly complete. Let's go and have a look at our percentage before we finish today. For those that aren't aware and haven't seen the schedule, we are back tomorrow morning with Ghost of Yotai as we continue Atsu's Path of Revenge against the Yotai 6. RoadCraft will not be back until next week now, annoyingly, which is a shame, but we just can't fit in. We do need to do the crossover missions for Assassin's Creed Shadows before the 22nd of December because that's when the crossover finishes. It is time limited, so we need to find a way of putting that in somewhere and streaming that. We'll figure it out. We started the day at 85% complete on Contamination. We are 95% complete. A lot closer now. We've done 22 of 23 infrastructure requests. So the final infrastructure mission is that convoy that we need to do once we built the bridge. That's the final one. 2 more main objectives. We know what they are. One of those is the convoy and us taking stuff, and the other is more waste to deal with. And the side mission, the final side mission again, that one we know. Let's go and collect the 3 barrels in the middle of the water, which we'll probably have to build a bridge and stuff for. But that is the final missions for this map. And then we are done with the first map, and we move on to Washout, which I'm not looking forward to, because I'm expecting lots of water and mud. And no Kelly still, which is a shame. But that is us for today. A massive thank you for joining us. We are 92.7 hours according to that. I swear that's wrong. I do swear that's wrong. In fact, 3.5 hours. This is stream what, 53? Yeah, stream 53. 3.5 hours of time. What does that equal? It might be right, to be fair. 3.5 times 53. See, according to that, that should be 185.5 hours. And that's saying 92. Something's not quite right. But it doesn't matter. That is us done for today. A massive thank you for you guys for joining us. As I say, we are back tomorrow morning with Ghost of Yotai. RoadCraft will be back next week as we look to finish off the Contamination map as well. And that is it. Thank you very much, Crazy Irishman. Much appreciated. Thank you to the wife as well. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Crazy Irishman. Much appreciated. But that is us. Massive thank you, you guys. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. I want to say one last thank you as well to you guys. For those that aren't on Discord, and I did mention at the start of the stream, we received an email yesterday telling us that we have achieved the Unlocked Challenge. I'm not sure what it was, but this is from YouTube themselves. We are now a level 3 member of the Unlocked Hub, which gives us different things like Creator Spotlight, some exclusive YouTube swag, which I'll show you guys once it arrives. The Unlocked Wall of Fame, not sure what that is either, but all these things we've unlocked via live streaming, and you guys being at the streams as well. So massive thanks to you guys for joining us on any of our streams in the whole of October, because it was actually for October, I think it said, or November, one of the two. But massive thank you guys. Thank you for the likes, comments, and views, and the conversation. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if we don't see you tomorrow for the Ghost of Your Time, enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you in live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.